The first ever 20-year rebuild of Madden 27 is here. But it wasn't easy, because with the new free agency frenzy, the new contract system, no trade clauses, the fifth-year options being bugged, and even the CPUs handing out random contracts, it's safe to say a 20-year rebuild is not for the weak. So I mean, yeah, we may have struggled a little bit, sure, but we also may have turned this team into an absolute dynasty. This is the Arizona Cardinals 20-year rebuild. Enjoy. 20-year rebuild of the Arizona Cardinals. It's been a while. It's gonna be a long one, so let's not waste no time. QB room, it's not great. Jacoby Brissett, to be fair, was not horrible last season, but definitely not in our long-term plans. Minshew's just a solid backup. But did you guys watch that Hall of Fame game? Because yeah, I didn't. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not watching that, bro. Carson Beck looks pretty good, though, by the looks of it. Is he going to be our long-term future? Is he going to be our QB1 of this video? I'm not too sure about all that, but maybe there's something there. The running back room, kind of loaded, to be honest with you. The number 3 overall pick in last year's draft, Jeremiyah Love. Did I love the pick? Not sure. Love the player. The team's just got so many holes, though, that maybe should be a higher priority as well. But hey, if he's their best player, can't really complain about that process. And he's going to be phenomenal for us for hopefully the majority of this video. Retires here as a Cardinal and breaks all sorts of records. There's more than just Jeremiyah Love, though. Tyler Algier was signed this offseason, probably one of the better backup running backs in the league. James Conner, yes, is 31 years old now and coming off a big injury, but they extended him for one more season. After, of course, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for them, 7 and 8 touchdowns as well. Pretty much as stable as it gets. Oh yeah, and they also have Trey Benson, who me, drafted in my Dynasty League a few years back. I've hated life since. Wide receiver room now, and Sophia Wilson's husband is now the highest overall here. Sophia Smith sounded so cooler, man. He ruined my go, but he was really good at the tail end of last season, especially connecting with Jacoby Brissett as well. He had multiple big games, if I can recall, and even broke over 1,000 yards. So probably rightly so, the highest overall, but how about Marvin Harrison Jr.? Came into the league with sky-high expectations. I mean, how could he not with that name? And has been extremely underwhelming so far. I do still think there's something there. The talent is undeniable. It's really just more of a mental thing, it seems like. Still only just 24 years old. He has been downgraded a star. However, I do see him as a key piece for this 20-year rebuild, so I'm making him our number 1. Other than that, a quality wide receiver 3 here in Kendrick Bourne, and then Devin Duvernay, solid return man as well, and maybe a good gadget player for this team. But let's talk about the main man, the big dog, a part of the 99 club, Trey McBride. What a player. And I mean, you can see it in the stats, 99 catching, 99 awareness. He's as safe a pair of hands as you're going to get in the league. I remember the running joke in 2024 was that he could never score touchdowns. He only scored 2, and I'm pretty sure one of them, or both of them, was at the tail end of the season, right? But this last year, 11 touchdowns. Felt like he was scoring in every single game and catching 10+ balls. Clear as day, though, our main guy on offense, as well as Jeremiyah Love, Marvin Harrison Jr., and let's not forget about Paris Johnson Jr. The former 6th overall pick in 2023 has become one of the best young tackles in the league, and you can see here by his stats, he's never given up a sack. Madden O-line stats suck. I don't just put some more here. Put something else. Put PFF grades for all I care. And also, those stats are just dead right wrong, so I don't really know. It's one of the most useless things in the game. But Paris Johnson Jr., still just 25 years old, gonna be our blindside protector for at least the next decade. And tell you what, rest of the O-line ain't too bad either. Isaac Samalo and Froholt, some of the better guards, or better interior offensive linemen in the league. They drafted Chase Pizantis as well, who hopefully can learn and grow into a good player. Right tackle, though, definitely got to improve on Elijah Wilkinson. Okay, now the defense looks quite rough, I can't lie, but there is some building blocks. Most importantly, probably Walter Nolan, who I believe was injured for the first half of last season, but once he started playing, he showed how good of a talent he was. They gave him the superstar dev as well, and just at 22 years old, this is definitely the guy we're probably going to build around over here on this side. Josh Sweat, also a superstar, a little bit older now, but still a solid player. Zaven Collins transitioned to be a pass rusher now and is okay. I had sky-high expectations for him as a player. Not sky-high, but I thought he'd be a little more valuable than what he has been, but he's solid. The linebacker room is just not really great, though. We need definitely some help in that department. However, at the DB position, I would say there's another building block. and that's Will Johnson. This was a guy that was potentially mocked to be the first corner taken in his draft class and fell and fell and fell because of his injury histories and whatnot, but the talent was definitely there. The Cardinals took a gamble, I believe, in the middle of the second round, and he's been a pretty solid player so far, so not complaining with the talent like this for sure. We also got Greedy Williams, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Max Mellon, all solid players too. Definitely want to solidify another guy alongside Will Johnson though for the future. And then safety room, Budda Baker has been a staple of this team for many, many years now. Still a 90, still an X factor, but is 30 years of age now, which means he might be put on the trade block. We'll see what offers we can get because this team is definitely in the early parts of their rebuild, and he just doesn't really fit the timeline as good of a player as he is. And yeah, last but not least, Andrew Wingard. Nice. I don't really know what to say. What I can say is that I know this is going to be extremely difficult, right? This team is probably the odds-on favorite to land the #1 overall pick, maybe alongside the Miami Dolphins and, I don't know, the Sacramento Kings. It's going to be hard, for sure, but we have 20 seasons, so we can remain patient. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So just remember, every decision that we make here is for the long term, for the betterment of this team. Every contract that we give out, every player that we sign in the offseason, every trade we make, draft selections, on and on and on, is for the future. And hopefully, you know, by years 7 or 8, we got ourselves a nice little dynasty brewing on the Arizona Cardinals, and hopefully we can end with multiple Super Bowls. Let's get things started. But yeah, ideally, I'd like to get off the books with both of these players before the season starts, because let's be real, this division might be the best in the league. We got like 3 contenders in here with us, so let's just keep it realistic. We're probably not going to be contending for the top spot anytime soon, at least in the first 5-ish years, but hopefully we can get some good draft capital in return. And we have found a suitor with New England pretty quickly. They're going to get a 2027 first, so this season, and then next year a 3rd round pick as well, getting into a contender too so he can compete. And now with Budda Baker gone, time to look at offers for Josh Sweat and Rome Odunze is being offered to us by the Bears. That would be pretty nice. DJ Turner as well, another young, good cornerback, only 25 years old. Some solid offers here, honestly. Greg Newsome, damn, he's only 79 now. Now, this offer is really intriguing. I think we're just gonna ask for draft picks, though. And so another one. A bit of a fire sale going on here. Josh Sweat, as well as a 28 6-rounder, is heading to Chicago. We get a 1st round selection in 2028, a 4th rounder in 29, and then Hardy just to make the cap space work. But I think that's all I'm gonna do. Those were 2 of our better players that were also a little bit older. Obviously Froholt as well, but he plays in the offensive line, so still some value there. We're gonna rock with this team. Obviously we're heading into another direction, pretty much a full restart. This team, this squad is pretty much a blank canvas, and it's up to us to fill it all out. But yeah, you can easily expect this defense to be at the tail bottom of the league, if not last. We're gonna make Will Johnson our #1, of course, though. Perhaps even start Caleb Proctor, simply for the fact that he has it in development. There's some upside there. Him alongside Walter Nolan could be the partnership for the next 5-6 years. And then offensively, I do think I'm gonna start Carson Beck. Why not? Why not? He's only 4 overalls lower than Jacoby Brissett. There might be something there. If he makes this offense work, then we might roll with him. We might roll with it. And I think I would like to heavily invest in that defensive line with Walter Nolan, Caleb Proctor as well. We're going to run up the defensive line XP boost. We're also going to be doing running back because let's get Jeremiyah Love to 120 overall. Am I seriously about to do training camp in a 20-year rebuild? Maybe a little bit. You know, if Will Johnson could go up to a superstar, then it's complete. Nope. Like, I know these are kind of long, but I mean, if anybody goes up, especially for a 20-year rebuild, that is so worth it. That is so worth it. Why am I getting double teamed? Yo! Bro, what is the tech to do this drill? Because honestly, I don't know. I can barely get past Froholt. I want the multiplier. Can I just run past you? Thank you for making... Thank you. Oh my god, I can't even run past him. What is... Let's go ahead, though, and check out the year 1 draft class. How's it looking? Ben Gomez, a pass rusher out of Boston College. That's exactly what we're looking for. Wouldn't hate that at all. Elton Johnston, Donnie Mayer, quarterback. Got a tackle, edge, wide receiver, lineman, QB, wide receiver. The top strengths of the class are going to be wide receiver, tackle, as well as running back. However, I do think I'm going to put our 3-star scout on pass rush. 2-star, and I think I'm going to do safety. I pondered wide receiver, maybe even cornerback, but I think our safety room is definitely bad. We lead linebackers as well, the whole defense, to be honest with you. Okay, well, after a second look, this is the worst safety class of all time. Is Froholt about to get paid? Oh, I just delegated it. I meant to actually do it. All right, then. Mid-season point, yeah, we are 1-6. which is to be expected. Jeremiyah Love is a superstar. Who's this? Where's Elijah Wilkinson? What happened to my team? Why are you changing stuff? Elijah Wilkinson is just gone. He is not here anymore. What happened? I mean, it's totally fine. It's just Elijah Wilkinson. There's nothing crazy. What are we doing? Why are they signing people for me? Huh? I didn't do that. Yo, what? Why are they doing that? Yeah, do you know what manual means? The heck, dude? That better not screw us in the future if they just put it on some random people that I genuinely don't want as well. Pass rush. Here now in week 13, though, we got some private workouts to do. I'm throwing one on the quarterback, Donnie Mayer out of Oklahoma. I also would like a really solid corner, so Caleb Butler is going to be our guy. And wide receiver was one of the big strengths in this class, so I'm going to throw one on Darren Schumer here out of Bama. Cardinals re-signed Chad Ryland to 2. Is it because I delegated it? Did I delegate like the whole year? Or forever? Like, I don't want Andrew Wingard and Chad Ryland back. I wanted to just draft a kicker on a rookie deal. End of the season, and oh yeah, we went 2-15. Our offense is actually an 87. We're playing up to an 83 overall team. That's not that bad. Though, am curious about our draft picks. We should hopefully be 1, which we are. New England, we're still good, although it's still playoff time. They could still get off early. As we can check out some numbers here, 22nd offensively in yards. It's actually not too bad. The defense was dead last. Carson Beck, however, not too shabby. Put up over 4,365 yards. Not over, but exactly, you know what I mean? 25 touchdowns, though, as a rookie is almost the record, I think. It's around there. 27, 28 maybe. And 11 interceptions just. Completion percentage was not there, but that is a pretty dang good first season, especially with the team around him. Jeremiyah Love, not too exciting despite our offense being okay. Under 900 yards, only 4.1 a pop, and 8 touchdowns is solid. Now Jerry got himself 5. Marv may have found his QB1 though. 10 touchdowns for him. Breakout season, 99 receptions, 1,363 yards. Michael Wilson was also great, 1 yards, only 3 touchdowns. McBride, definitely need to feed him a little bit more, but maybe this playbook isn't catered to that. I'm not sure, even though it should be because we have Trey McBride, you know what I mean? The offense through the air though, pretty dang good. I mean, this dude gave up 22. I don't even know who this dude is. Madden doesn't even either. He's got no picture. Gave up 22 sacks there, bro. Definitely need some tackle help. Defensively, how we looked, Mac Wilson, 159 tackles for him. TFLs, 18 for Zayvon Collins, 14 for Baron Browning, who was the starter this season after we traded away Josh Sweat. Caleb Proctor got himself 12 as well, as Browning had a really good year. 14 TFLs, 8.5 sacks as well. Definitely not bad. 8 for Zayvon Collins, 4.5 for Proctor, 4.5 for Wilson. Walter Nolan, a little underwhelming. That defensive line definitely needs a revamp though, and that's what we're targeting in this draft. And it's another team in the NFC West winning a Super Bowl. This time the Niners, beating out Danny Dimes of the Indianapolis Colts. 25-22, Brock Purdy is your Super Bowl MVP. And the yearly awards you can see there on the right. By the way, the Niners were 8-9 and just won a Super Bowl, so they went under 500. Ooh, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like New England lost in the wild card round of the Ravens. Looks like we have a 5th-year option for Marvin Harrison Jr., and after that year, definitely gonna accept it. And I think I actually would like Greedy Williams back. I don't like this screen. Where's like his rating and his age and stuff? That's what I want to see, because obviously if he had a good year, he's 26 years old. We just don't know his rating though. It's not anywhere on the screen. Unless I'm just blind. I don't know, but I like Greedy Williams. This is not the cheapest deal, but let's see what he says at first. I guess we'll bump it up. The money shouldn't be a problem here in these early seasons, so we can feel free to give out some, higher contracts that maybe don't make sense. Just accept, brother. Okay, he actually did. Thank you. Garrett Williams. Why did I think it was Greedy Williams? I mean, I know there's a Greedy and a Garrett Williams, but I got those totally mixed up. My bad. I have a 5th-year option for Robinson as well. His first name escapes me, but I remember when he was chosen as well. Just hasn't really made a mark on the league, so we gotta decline that. I'm really not too sure if I'm a fan of the contract signing screen. It just takes a while. Paris Johnson, though, obviously up for a contract now. We want him for a long time. This whole video. Bro. Like, you're not giving me anything to work with, you know what I mean? Like, that was the initial offer, I bumped it up. And he just straight up declines. I believe he's still here for the next season, so we'll have some time of that. That kind of scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. George Pickens is here. That would be an incredible addition to our wide receiver room. Joey Porter Jr. as well. I guess the junior's not there anymore, but you know what I mean. Parker Washington, Ed Oliver, Antonio Johnson would actually be a big get for our safety room. See, we're gonna bump it up. He does have interest, but it's only 49%. Well, I don't know. We'll shift back to guaranteed money. He does want to be on a playoff contender. That doesn't really help us. Okay, come on, bro. What does he want here? You know, Antonio, I'm gonna increase the money. 11.9 average now. He is still not satisfied. Like, dude, this is ridiculous. You are the cornerstone. Like, genuinely, you kind of are on defense, bro. 85%. I feel like this is just raising his salary, raising his bonus, all in all. Before we actually sign anybody, let's check out the class, see what we have scouted. Gomez is a round 1. The QB's kind of meh. The receiver we did, though, is round 1. Didn't we do a cornerback as well, though? Tyree Leach, we did this guy. He's round 2 to 3. This guy's round 1. Oh my. Morgan Shelby, day 3. Okay, so I was going to go in for Joey Porter here. Don't think so anymore. Put in an offer for Ika Mekwonu as well. Him alongside Paris Johnson Jr. would be a great tackle pairing. Wait, and also, I never checked out development traits to see if anybody went up. Marv and Carson Beck don't go up. I was kind of hoping for at least one of them, if not both. They put up spectacular numbers this season, so that was a bit harsh. But you know what? Mac Wilson Sr. goes up. Man. How did Baron Browning was pretty good too? Bro, this screen is mad confusing. Pickens goes to the Dolphins, Porter to the Seahawks. Who are we in for? Antonio Johnson, who goes to the Bengals. Sweet. I spent all that time negotiating with him. Same with Ika Mekwonu. He goes back to the Panthers. We did get Geno Stone, so we did get a safety, I guess. We ended up getting Frankie Louvu and Drake Jackson onto the defense as well. We could get this demon.
We saw Charlie Kirk catch 8 receptions for 144 yards.
Yeah.
We also got John Mechie now. Let's go. But okay, technically that was my first real off season, like actually doing stuff on Madden 24, so it was a bit confusing for me. Hopefully we can get used to it in the future. I am an hour into this recording. I'm in the first year of the off season, bro. Like what? Remember now, we do have the #1 overall pick. The left edges on this class are horrible. Honestly, nothing too crazy out in the pass rush besides Ben Gomez, who's just like, he's good, but he's not generational. A finesse, A power though. I like that. A finesse is a power rusher. Ooh. Great athlete as well, you know. All right. Actually, we really need a tackle because we don't have another right tackle like at all. So we'll put one on Phil Holiday. Maybe try guard. We could potentially move out there and Ronnie Thomas. And the last one, let's go back to defense where I think I'm going to try Clay Franz, the Clemson Mike. As the final mock draft has us going with Ben Gomez at pick #1. I think that is indeed going to be our selection as well. Ronnie Thomas is really good, but he's projected to go #8. And I just don't think we can trade up and get him there. Schumer's going at 16. In terms of the players we did, ooh, Phil Holiday's really good. Really good. And I don't believe he was on the mock draft. I think we did a Mike linebacker as well. He's awful. Let's go ahead though and get the 2027 NFL draft kick started, where we have pick 1.1. And contrary to belief, we are sticking and picking at pick #1, something you don't see here often on this channel, but Ben Gomez looks like a ready-made player for us in a massive position of need as well. The power rush here out of Boston College is going to be our very first selection of the 20-year rebuild. He sadly is number 13 in the class. I was hoping for at least top 10. However, you know, that's why I like trading down. Because I can't get hurt to this extent. Picking a guy like this at #1 just is a different level of pain. Like, bro, what? See, now the entire mood is just damp. It's just ruined entirely because of that pick. But what if I traded back a little bit? Got a lot more draft picks. What are the comments would say? Oh, you should have stayed and picked that guy. He looked amazing. Look at what happened. Tyree Leach is still here, the round 1 corner, and I think that's what we're gonna do. I might go Phil Holiday first just because it's more position of need here, and we need a right tackle desperately. So let's go with Phil Holiday, and hopefully he's a better dev trait than our first guy. This is a true top 10 dude. #9 in the class, A+ draft grade for us. Yo. The draft only rebuild showed me glimpses. It showed flashes of me being washed at drafting. What is this? Why is everything I touch a normal development now? What's going on? And now we go to round 2. Tyree Leach is still here. I believe this is going to be my pick. We're not going to overthink it here. We're going to round out this DB room with our next player. The Pitt 6'3" cornerback is a top 20 guy in the class. 18 there, A+ draft grade. Thank you, Tyree. Thank you. Ooh, I'm just looking at the right edges again. There is a round 1 to 2 guy, day 3 projected. He is a run stopper, probably more ideal in a 3-4, but good talent is good talent. However, with our pick at round 3, pick number 1, Morgan Shelby's got to be the guy. A catching, B man, B zone, B press. The man-to-man corner out of West Virginia looks phenomenal. Incredible value here, especially on day 3. Day 2, I guess. Morgan Shelby, A+, another A+. We've been hammering out the draft grades. However, it's really up to the upside. And Morgan Shelby's just a normal. Here now into round 4, and hopefully that pass rusher is still here in Jose Vargas out of Oklahoma State, 6'5", 306 as a run stopper archetype. Really good value here once again. Sadly, only a B- this time for some reason, even though he is a true top 50 guy in the class. And it's got some upside. That's more than the dude we chose at number 1. But I mean, we saw it in the draft only rebuild. If you guys didn't watch that, a little spoiler here, but we chose some normal devs early in that video as well that hurt, but they ended up developing into really, really good players down the line that made the pick super worth it. So hoping for the same story here. There's another one. There's another really good looking quarterback. A-man, B-zone. Projected day 3. We don't have him scouted, but we're just gonna bolster out this DB room as a whole top 10 player. A top 10 player in the class we just found. Absolute gem here. Needle in a haystack type pick. Ooh. Rafael Royals. What a name as well. What a name as well. Royals Royce. I tried to say Royals Royce, but I kind of like combined it. I don't know. This looks like a phenomenal pick though. Maybe our best pick of the draft so far. And it came all the way in round number 5 where I was looking at offensive linemen, pass rushers, defensive tackles. I was about to go with one of them, but I said, let's just look a little bit more. Projected UDFA center here. It's round 6. Don't have him scouted, but looks to be maybe some sort of project. Definitely is going to be. If there is one thing I want to do this video, we gotta draft a hidden development fullback. Haven't done that yet this season. Elijah, man, could you get the job done on just year number 1? A top 30 player in the class here. We get at 193. Dang, dude, if he's not hidden, who's gonna be? He's even wearing the blue suit too. Definitely a weird draft pick. Ben Gomez being normal really, really hurt us. Phil Holiday being normal really, really hurt us, bro. Our first 2 selections, both 78 overall, great talents, but man, the normal dev hurts. However, we got 3 insane looking cornerbacks here in Tyree Leach, Morgan Shelby, and Rafael Royals, I don't know why I'm saying Royals, who I'm really, really excited about as well. Jose Vargas looked like a solid player too. Fullback was a 76, by the way. Let's check out this draft class as a whole, though. Was 83 overall, was the highest in Robert Anthony there, who goes to the Niners, who just won the Super Bowl. Why do they even have pick 15? I don't know. Nick Cullen, really good tight end. Childers, was this the Mike? No, we didn't have him scouted at all. Round 2 left tackle, 78 overall. Connor Alexander, we could have potentially traded up and got. Oh no, I could have gotten him. He was only normal too, because we chose Phil Holiday, I believe, at 25, 26. Okay, wait, no, let's call it Alexander again, because I believe we chose Phil Holiday around 25, 26. South Thurston. All right, they're just all normal. So I mean, either or. What can you say? Okay, there was a really good fullback in the class. He just went in round 2. Which is something I'm not going to be doing, especially early into this video like this. Can a veteran help Royals grow? Is Leach looking for guidance? Can a veteran help Shelby grow? Oh my God, all these guys need help. Year number 2 now. That first year took forever, I'm not gonna lie. 83 overall though, and Carson Beck has quietly gone up to a 78 overall. Comfortably, our starter was really good in his rookie season as well. If he got that star dev, then I would be very, very excited. He is only normal still, but this offense showed some promise. And Jeremiah Love was still a little under par. Marv really popped off. Michael Wilson was great. Trey McBride's still here. O-line remains the same, and we even added in a Phil Holiday. So I'm quite excited to see what this offense can produce. It's the defense that was a little lacking last year, though. We did draft Jose Vargas, who I moved to defensive tackle now. He's a 76, so not bad at all. Ben Gomez, hoping for a big rookie year from him. We don't have a safety, don't have a strong safety. It's Crawford right now. We do have a million cornerbacks, though, so I may look to trade Garrett Williams, maybe Sean Murphy Bunting, to try to get us a new safety. And if we look at the trade block here, there are some good names. Jaden Hicks, Tyler Nubin, Genesis Smith, Javon Bullard, Xavier Watts. I'd be more than happy with any of them. But funnily enough, it's going to be the guy I didn't mention at all, Jacoby Thomas, 77 overall. I think he was about 24 years old as well as star development. Giving away Garrett Williams, Kentrell Clark, Trey Benson's going to be gone now. He's RB3. good value as well. And then a 4th rounder this year. And speaking of draft picks as well, we do have our pick as well as the Bears. That's projected 23. We have also another 3rd from New England. And just like that, not gonna lie, this defense looks a whole lot better. We moved Taylor Demerson out to strong safety as well. Sean Murphy-Bunting is gonna be relegated to the CB5 position now because Leach, Shelby, and especially Royals all gotta start. Go ahead and check out this draft class though. Hopefully year 2 and the rest of this video takes a little, or goes a little bit quicker, because that first year took so long. Tackle is the #1 rated prospect, and we got a lot of good QB talent in this class. 4 out of the top 5 there. As I mentioned though, Carson Beck was good last season. I didn't really have an issue with him starting though. Might have to throw national on QB though. This is too crazy to pass up on. I think we do it. We got to go big or go home. We got to find our franchise guy one way or another. We cannot stay comfortable with mediocre. We got to get the guy. You know what I'm saying? By the way, when all those corners wanted to talk to us for guidance or whatnot, I just basically selected the one that gave him more press, man, and zone. So those all went up by 2. Mid-season point, we're 500, 3-3. That's already more wins than last year. And as we alluded to earlier, National Scout is going to go on quarterback. What I'm excited for is some hidden development traits that we got in the draft. Don't think anybody on offense. However, defensively, we had all the corners, maybe Jose Vargas as well. Just a star for Reals. Leach, we still don't know. Same with Jose Vargas. And dang, Ben Gomez ended up only being a normal. Wait, I didn't even mention Jordan Burch earlier when we were going over the team. Totally forgot about him. Obviously, an Oregon product, was a beast. And I think honestly could play a pretty solid role here on the team as well. I'm not sure what it is, but Sean Murphy-Bunting is like the most Commanders player ever. And that's where we're setting him for a 3rd round pick this season. He was on the last year of his deal. We have a lot of depth at cornerback, so let's go ahead and focus some players though. And right away, I'm gonna do this receiver Landon Olberg out of NC State. Think we're gonna need a lot of help in the interior as well this season. Got a lot of moving pieces potentially in the offseason, so Torrey Tomlinson, next one. And then we're still looking out for a linebacker. This guy looks honestly pretty good, Logan Jupin. Whoa. We just ended up making the postseason. 10-7, we finished 3rd in the NFC West. We're playing the Eagles in the 1st round. Dude, is this team actually something? I did not expect to be making the postseason anytime soon. Like after year 5 is when we were really gonna start ramping things up. The offense was top 7. The defense was in the top half this year. Those corners really made a difference. Carson Beck is good. Carson Beck equals good. That Hall of Fame game was not joking. He was 150 yards shy of 5,000 yards. 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. If he doesn't go up to star here, I don't really know what to say. Put our National Scout on quarterback as well, and he's showing me up. Jeremiyah Love has been a little disappointing. Over 1,000 this season, but I want more carry. Only 4.2. Got outmogged in the touchdowns by Tyler Algier. Bruh. Huh? 3,000 combined yards from Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. Marv also had 15 touchdowns. Michael Wilson with 10 there. If these two do not go up to superstar, come on. Come on, this offense is insane. This offense is clicking. It's all because we added in John Mechie. Mac Wilson led the way again with tackles made, 14 TFLs for the new addition in Frankie Louvu, as well as Ben Gomez, who had a pretty solid year. Frankie Louvu was a beast. What in the world? 14 TFLs, 14.5 sacks. Okay, Ben Gomez had 8 himself. Not a bad rookie year, to be fair. I would love for him to go up, but unlikely. The Bears' 1st rounder, right? I don't think they made the postseason. They did not make the playoffs, which means their pick is solidified at pick number 5. Oh my God, pick number 5. We were banking on that. We were banking on a good team that can maybe drop off a little bit. They went what, 5-12. Oh my God, they ended off on a crazy losing streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game losing streak for the Bears. Caleb Williams just tore his ACL or something after that. What kind of losing streak is that? Okay, we have the Philadelphia Eagles here in a Bird Bowl in the wild card round. They are significantly better than us at an 89. Not significant. We're an 87. We are a quiet 87 overall, you know. And we should beat them. 24-17, and here we go. We got another Bird Bowl and an NFC West clash against the 13-4 Seattle Seahawks. Hey, yo. Carson Beck. What is Carson Beck cooking right now? Yo, the tandem of Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. has broken the league. And Carson Beck. Nobody saw this coming. Absolutely nobody saw this coming. We gotta hop in. the Green Bay Packers. And luckily for us today, no more Aaron Rodgers to throw those insane Hail Marys again as the first quarter concludes, and Green Bay is up 7-0. The offense a little lacking today. Wow. Donut in the first half. We finally score, but it is a 17-20 point game now heading to the fourth quarter. This would have to be a miraculous comeback, but the Packers may have just gamed us right there. They beat us 42-14 there very convincingly, but I'm happy. I'm honestly over the moon because compared to the expectations that we had, we blew it out the park. There's just no way we can draft a quarterback, right? Carson Beck is doing his thing, bro. Like, we're in the conference championship in year number 2. That's a great sign for the rest of this 20 years, the rest of the 18 years we have left, right? And Carson Beck is still young. Still extremely young. Am I about to put him on the thumbnail, bro? Like what? Okay, and what's with this Colts super team? They made it back-to-back years. They did lose back-to-back, though. This time they lost to the Packers, who beat us 38-30. Micah Parsons, Super Bowl MVP. We could have been right there. That could have been us. That could have been us. We were close. We also won Coach of the Year already. 20 cards deck. Just year number 2. We're making things happen over here. And we didn't. I keep forgetting about development traits. Bang, bang, and bang. And also, where did my interior offensive lineman go? I don't know. We got a ton of upgrades on offense, though. And the exact ones I was looking for. Defensively, didn't get one, though. Frankie Louva, obviously, when he was great. But Leach, Royals, only a star. Shelby doesn't go up. Neither did Ben Gomez. Wait, bro, was our left... Where did they go? Did we have them in that game? Okay. Okay, they both just retired. Wait. Okay, they both just retired, I guess. That's fine. I thought the CPU like traded them or something stupid. That's fine. They just both retired, but that really threw me off. So they didn't show up in the game anyway because they're just technically not here anymore. And we got some things going on here. Walter Nolan is a 5th-year option. We're gonna go ahead and just let the our assistant handle that, and he should just accept it. We do have though a big franchise tag for Paris Johnson Jr. Remember last year he declined us. Do we even have a chance to like negotiate? I have no clue. I don't know. We're just gonna keep him though and go ahead and tag him. Is Desmond Ridder worth re-signing? No. But now we do have the big contracts for Marvin Harrison Jr. and Will Johnson. Marvin Harrison, this is our guy. He has blossomed into a true elite player now for us. So we're gonna bump up the money. It is extremely expensive here. Is this like the base? Is this like the, or like does it just start low? Because it says 18 mil yearly there. And obviously he probably wants more than that. But like I'm raising it and it's not changing up there. But like I don't want to overpay if I don't have to here. We're gonna start at 14.5 mil. Okay, he seems pretty interested already. Now I just gotta go through all this. Can guarantee another year, Marv. I'd love to have you around. That was the most simple it's been for us. Marvin Harrison Jr. is here on a long-term deal. Will Johnson as well, I'd like to keep around, but maybe for only 3 years because we have all those other cornerbacks in the room as well. So we're going to offer him a 3-year deal there. He seems pretty interested. Let's do this one. Gets him up to an 89%. We'll increase about 500K. That is fine. Well, Johnson is back. I just realized the Y feature as well, which just skips the animation. That makes things go a lot bit quicker, actually. Speaking of corners, Kamari Lassiter is here in free agency. Zay Flowers as well, but these are 2 position groups we don't really need. Same with Milton Williams. Kalen Bullock would be a great addition at free safety, though. There are some heavy hitters in this class. I think I would really like Kalen Bullock on our team. That would boost up our secondary a ton. First wave of free agency, and we got Christian Mahogany. I offered for Nick Bolton. He went to Jacksonville, and Kalen Bullock went to Green Bay. Bro, this is ridiculous. It's Jake Tunges. We got Jake Tunges. Like, they could have just made it look a little bit nicer, and I would have been perfectly happy with that. They changed, like, so much up, though, and it's just a little annoying. Chad Douglas is round 1. Round 1 for the receiver. Cesar Sanchez, Landon Olberg, also round 1. None of the QBs really look crazy, though. And to overtake Carson Beck currently, you're gonna have to be crazy. This is not something I thought I'd be saying in this rebuild. Got another receiver down the board, just a tiny bit as well, and Corey Stogner. Oh. Torrey Tomlinson is top 5. We got a top 5 guard in the class. Holy crap. First private workout's going on Adam Gibson, safety out of Florida. With like another lineman to be safe, we're going center Tucker McClure. And then I think I want to do a weak side linebacker. I'm going to do Glenn Minter for our last one here. Mock draft has us going with Jimmy Franz at number 5 there. Probably not. Torrey Tomlinson, however, is projected to go 22. Our last pick is at number 29 there. That is a guy I got to make sure at all costs we do go ahead and get. I thought I did a center. No, he was a guard. He was a guard, and he was not good. Last one on the safety, who is pretty solid. Okay, never mind. We also did a linebacker. We're not going to... Pass rushers are hard to come by in the draft. I'm thinking, let's shop around this number 5 overall pick, see if there's any pass rushers available for us. Whoa. We just made the conference championship, and we could add in Max Crosby and a 3rd round pick as well. I mean, these are some... Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Tyson, Jeffrey Simmons... Oh man, Max Crosby is hard to turn down, I'm not gonna lie. We could get the receiver in Olberg or somebody else, but we don't really need receiver help at all. We got 2 amazing ones. The only guy I really want in this round is Torrey Tomlinson, and we could probably trade up with our other pick and get him there. Bro, the issue is everybody's just over the cap. Like, I can't do anything. Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams has a no trade clause. Whatever you say, bro. Maybe Baron Browning. Let's do Baron Browning instead, and they should be able to get the deal over the table. We have just traded for 97 overall superstar X Factor Max Crosby for our 1st round pick at number 5, as well as Baron Browning, but we get a future 2nd from Vegas as well. What a blockbuster trade. And I almost forgot here, but we need to trade up to pick number 21 to go ahead and be able to get that guard. No. Pick 29, 73 in round 3, and then a 2034th round pick is allowing us to jump up in the draft to number 21 with the Falcons. As this puts us in a perfect spot to land the man we wanted all along, Torrey Tomlinson, the Alabama right guard. Looks absolutely incredible, and my dad's calling me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and draft him right now so I can get on this call. He is number 5 in the class, ranked 21, hidden dev with 97 strength. At the top of round 2 now, Stogner's still here. Round 1, I'm also looking for that safety that we scouted in here, Adam Gibson. We might be able to even land him at our pick. I'm just gonna send to our pick and hope for the best. Stogner goes at 44. The safety, though, is the one I want, and he goes at 51. Damn. I know this isn't insane value, and hell, it's not really a pretty pick, but I'm going to go with Logan Jupin, the Michael linebacker that we do have scouted. Round 2 to 3 projected, round 2 to 3 talent there. Only 21 years old, doesn't have to start right away as well, but hopefully we can develop him into our starting Mike down the line. I mean, he's 60 in the class. We get him at 61, pretty much exact value there. That's what I wasn't hoping for, though. There were a lot of good offensive linemen still available. I'm hoping that they are still here, and Bryce Applewhite is the guy that I was looking at initially, so we're just gonna go ahead and take him here with our first selection. He's 91 in the class, not great, but there's upside with the hidden dev trait. I know, it's corner city over here. Deshaun Smith, though, Arizona product, B-man, B-zone, pretty solid all around. He is only 5'10". Maybe we could play one of our corners that we've drafted and put him at safety as well. That is just, you know, a last resort type thing, but he's a top 30 guy in the class there at 29. Hidden dev, Deshaun Smith, what a player, what a gem we've found. Running back looks really good. I think Algier is only here for 1 more year, so Eric Peralta can go ahead and be our backup potentially. Oof, not great. There was a left tackle, 77 overall, that went undrafted. He's also 376 pounds, standing at 6'9". How do we even do this? Everybody's gonna be competing with him. I mean, is there any way for me, like, is this gonna be this slow? I don't know what to really even look for, but this guy looks incredible, so I want him. I want him now. Let's go ahead and sim an hour, and Jimmy Jones went to he's also a hidden dev. Yo, what is that player? That was undrafted. Man, I just, didn't check tackles at all. Still, though, think we had an awesome draft class, especially with Torrey Tomlinson at the top of the board. 79 overall. Jupin, 73 overall. 71 for Bryce Applewhite. And 75. What the heck just happened to my light? 75 for Deshaun Smith, though, who looks like a great talent. In terms of the draft class, though, 80 overall goes number 1. There was a 67 overall the wide receiver that went number 2. And there's normal dev. Goodness me, what a pick. Oh man, but in terms of the highest overall, it goes to Jose Morales, a right guard that went number 14 there, the tackle that went 1. Martin Butler, Eric Roman, Torrey Tomlinson rounds out the top 5. Here's Olberg as well, who we had scouted. First and foremost, though, before checking our team, I gotta go check out that undrafted left tackle that goes by the name of Jimmy Jones. How in the world did he go undrafted? What did he do pre-draft? Oh my goodness, he's a superstar as well. superstar as well. I should have gave him the world. I should have gave him the absolute world, bro. I mean, the contract we gave him was 100 right away, so I thought we were in pretty good hands, but I don't know how to, like, compare it to other teams because, man, that is a big player who's also third on the depth chart. Would you like to just trade him to me? Into year number 3 now, and the team is 88s across the board. We were so close to going all the way last year and at least making a Super Bowl appearance, which would have been impressive. But this season, we got even better. Carson Beck is now up to an 85 overall with the start development. Look at the accuracy down there. He also got the QB of the future tag. He's got 2 phenomenal receivers to throw to as well, with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson both going up to superstar dev. Jeremiyah Love has honestly been kind of mid, but that's okay, because this season he's got Torrey Tomlinson to run behind the 79 overall interior offensive lineman we got in last year's draft. But by far the biggest news in the draft was us trading for Max Crosby, with 2 X's, by the way. Now, he is 31 years old, so giving up the number 5 overall selection may have been a tad bit rich, but this is still one of the best players in the league, period. I see us have a window open right now. We're not going to fold under pressure, because it is time to go for it all and send it all in. Walter Nolan, Caleb Proctor, Ben Gomez honestly have not been too bad, but we've been missing that true superstar to rush the quarterback. The DB room's good too. Royals up to an 85. Will Johnson 86. Leach 81. Safety pairing so good, and the linebackers low-key have been good. Mac Wilson's playing up to an 85 now. We drafted this guy last year who hopefully can learn and develop a little bit this season. Frankie Lou has honestly been nothing short of a star. Remember last season we had our national scout on quarterback as well, and Carson Beck pretty much shut that down throughout the season. This year though, got some good pass rushers at the top of the board. We're 2-5. This division is not for the weak. Wait, dude, remember Paris Johnson like rejected us a while back? His mindset wants to see what the market has to offer this offseason. I can't, like, offer him a deal at all right now. We're at mid-season. Hopefully we can by the end of the year, because I don't want to lose him. Well, this is quite disappointing. After all that, Carson Beck is now putting up the most mediocre numbers of all time. Private workout week now, and we're in an interesting spot. The number 1 dude in the class, Chip Hall, QB out of Louisville here. Only 5'11", but he's at the top of the board. Strong arm as well. I mean, I feel like we gotta see it. We gotta scout him furthermore. I gotta know. Same thing with the receivers. Michael Wilson's not gonna be here for too much long, I'd imagine, so I'm gonna throw one on Terrence House. And then we do need a center. This looks like an insane center class, so I'm gonna throw one on Jose Cano. 9-8 is where we finished. So from NFC Championship game to missing the postseason entirely. Kind of reminds me of the Commanders with Jane Daniels when they went deep in the postseason as well. Both sides of the ball just lacking. Okay, Carson Beck is the weirdest player ever, bro. Mid-season, he was horrible. We were horrible. He did pick it up a ton, though, in the second half. We did win a lot more as well, and his numbers are great. I mean, I cannot really complain. It's something about Carson Beck. I don't know. I don't know if we could do it with him, even though he's shown me, like, everything he could have so far. But, like, I'm just always gonna have that doubt in my mind. Jeremiyah Love, maybe we try to change offensive playbooks. I'm straight on Cardinal, by the way. Still, I didn't change anything, so maybe we try to change it to cater him more, because he's just not really doing too much. Okay, and the wide receiver 2 position for this playbook, though, is just insane. Michael Wilson, another spectacular year. He is truly one of the best receivers in the league now. Almost 1,700 yards, 3 receptions shy of 113 touchdowns. Completely outnumbered Marvin Harrison Jr., who was still good in his right, though. Ooh, by the way, I never checked out Torrey Tomlinson. Only ended up being a star. Defensively, it's Mac Wilson Sr., of course, leading the way for tackles made. Crosby had a monster year his first season in Arizona. 20 tackle for loss, even 15.5 sacks. He was everything we could have asked for this season. Everything else was just lacking. Ben Gomez, though, big year for him. A little double-double, 10 TFLs, 10.5 sacks for him. But still, this side of the ball was a little disappointing. Wow, that's kind of funny. Okay, the Chargers beat the Eagles here to win their first ever Super Bowl, 20-16. Super Bowl MVP is Dion Henley. I could probably put it in the video right now, but there at midseason point, I tried to make a trade for Dion Henley, and then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. I guess I should have, because damn. Here we go, though. Resign week. We do have a 5th-year option for Jeremiyah Love that I will be picking up, and we might change playbooks to cater him a little more. Paris Johnson is here again. It doesn't look like I can re-sign him. We just got to keep tagging him, and I think we just do it again. We still have a ton of money to work with, so it's really not too much of a problem. And it seems like Max Crosby is back for 2 more years. Trey McBride, on the other hand, I honestly have no idea. Now, he is obviously an amazing player, 99 overall. We haven't been utilizing him as that, though. He is 29 now. I do want to re-sign him, but We might look for offers or something. I don't know. I don't even know how to start with this. I don't know where to freaking go. Explain why there's no structure. Yeah, Trey McBride's back. Hell yeah. And did I just see that right? Michael, oh my God, wait, what? Michael Wilson has gone up to Superstar X Factor. Marv somehow went down to Star though. He still had a really good season. Carson Beck does go up to Superstar, which just makes this even more confusing for me. Defensively though, Royals went up to Superstar as well as Will Johnson. That is awesome. I was hoping Ben Gomez would go up though. And I also just saw the corner of my eye, Taylor Demerson up to Superstar Dev. I'll take it. Ooh, who is this? Bryce Applewhite. My guy Bryce Applewhite is a straight up superstar. We should have been starting him this whole season. Okay, we actually hit on one because it doesn't seem like he wants to rejoin us sadly, and Carson Beck is up for a deal. But before we look at that, let's look at the quarterback we put a workout on. Round 1 to 2. I think we gotta ride with Beck, man. He has showed us everything and more. Dominic Wilcox, I'm interested in you. Carson Beck wants a lot of money. We're gonna bump it up to 5 years and hopefully, oh, I did not. I was trying to. All right, bro. Whatever you say. Free agent frenzy has started though. K9 is here. He's up to an X Factor. Sexy Dexy T. Higgins. Devin Lloyd would be a big time addition to our linebacker room. Jalen Hurts. Noah Williams up to X Factor as well. Some huge names here. A lot of players over the overall of 85. Such a shame it's virtually impossible to sign anybody in free agency. We're going to try our best here with Devin Lloyd. As we'll be targeting him, Devin Lloyd, Travion Henderson, Brian Cook. Actually, I thought I withdrew from Brian Cook. Okay, that did nothing. And Jaden Reed as well. Let's go ahead and sim the first hour and see if we can land any of them. Brian Cook's still here, obviously, because we withdrew from him. And we only got Jaden Reed. That's disappointing. Pretty sure we got BJ Bayless, though. Not sure why he wasn't showing up on the other screen, but he's got the Cardinals background. And look at these guys down the board. Quincy Davis, Tony Franks, round 1 to 2, projected to go on day 3. First one's going to go on guard, Jarek Lilly. Then we're going to go with this awesome-looking defensive tackle, Cole Matthews. And last one, I guess we'll throw it on tackle since Paris Johnson Jr. could potentially leave us. Bobby McCarthy looks really good. But before all that, let's check out our draft picks, which is going to be at pick 18. It's a little low. We were really bad at the midseason point. I was thinking we were going to get one of the top picks, but we did go down a little bit. Vegas ended up being really good as well. We have their second. Oh, Jared Lilly is a top 5 true talent at guard. And then we did a defensive tackle who's also top 5. Who's also top 5. We could kill this draft. We really could. And we're going to need to because last season was extremely disappointing. I think we just stay. Let's not overcomplicate it. We have scouted some premium talent in this class, as our pick at 18 is going to be Jared Lilly himself, the true top 5 right guard out of Vanderbilt in our own line with him, Torrey Tomlinson, Bryce Applewhite, who was a superstar dev as well. Our interior is set for the next decade. Jared Lilly, number 5 in the class. Hidden development as well. Please be a superstar, but I will. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, maybe to like 43, 44-ish. Nah, he's getting to me. He's getting to me at 50. Trust it. Trust it. Trust it. I think he's still there. Nope, Cole Matthews. I said 43 or 44, and he went 45. Instead, we're going to go Jonathan Delgado. Mike linebacker out of Florida, looks like a really good athlete as well with elite speed, great agility, great acceleration. We did lose Mac Wilson Jr. last season, our senior, so we do need a replacement. We do have the guy we drafted last season, but he was only normal. That was glitched out. I got really excited there. He's ranked 42 in the class. Only normal dev. And just didn't. On the good side, though, we do have these left ends scouted in Quincy Davis and Tony Franks, who we can probably move inside as well. So, I mean, we might just take the both of them if they're still available. First up being Quincy Davis, though. 45 in the class there. Hidden development. But I think here is where I'm going to go with Josh Dawson. A little bit down the board. Day 3 projection here. Looks like an awesome tight end prospect. Like I said, McBride's getting a little up there. I'm not sure I would love to keep him around, but the production isn't really matching that ginormous contract we just gave him. Josh Dawson looks amazing. Elite excel, change of direction, speed as well. Looks like an awesome tight end prospect, and he doesn't have to start. There doesn't have to be pressure right away as well. He can learn and soak it up from Trey McBride. He is the 13th player in the class, but that normal dev hurts. He's also a little bit older already, too. Already at 24. Another cornerback gem here, Tony Dorsey, out of Colorado State. B-man, B-zone. That's all I really need to see here in the middle of round 4, especially as a day 3 projection. Oh my God. I thought it was glitched out again. Number 6 player in the class there. Woo. 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 change of direction. What did we just find here in round 4? Just kidding, I'm gonna go with our guy here, Philip LaFleur. The strong safety out of A&M doesn't look too shabby. Elite agility there as well. Rank 31 in the class. Yo, we're hammering the DBs, the secondary, in the draft process throughout this video, but sadly on the normal. Still a good player though. And finally, a solid looking kicker here in Evan Russell. B, kick accuracy, A, awareness, elite kick power though is all we need to see for you to be on our team. Top 10 player in the class there, as well as hidden dev and 99 kick power. Recap time, and 78 for Jared Lilly, awesome player. Delgado 74, 73 for Davis though, 75 for Josh Dawson, so pretty solid overall. Wish he was a hidden dev like Tony Dorsey though, who was a 77 that we got at pick 18 in round 4. We hammered it in round 4 and 5 there. And then was it the Bills that chose our guy Cole Matthews, 78 overall, a normal dev. Cool with me. Cool with me for sure. Sutton, the number 1 dude in the class, is the highest overall as well. 280 overall is there. There's Wilcox, who we knew, but had no chance of really going up to grab. Evan Russell up here. Year number 4 now, we remain at an 88 overall, and we might make some moves regarding this team. Basantis is playing up to an 87, has been a good player, but he's up for a contract soon, and after us drafting Lilly, Bryce Applewhite is a superstar. Tomlinson's really good as well. I think we can move on from him. Paris Johnson also up in the air too, because we just keep having to trade or tag him every single season. It doesn't look like he's interested in rejoining us at all. Defensively, I'm also looking at the abundance of cornerbacks we have. I think Leach is probably expendable, so maybe we could try him alongside Chase Basantis. We should be able to get a pretty good package in return. Javon Dexter there, Spencer Fano would be a pretty perfect replacement for Paris Johnson Jr. If we were to lose an Addison, Connerly, Kenneth Grant, 86 overall though, Jimmy Rolder, 81 overall, Will linebacker. That is a superstar, really good center there. But as you can see, the offers pretty solid. I really like this Spencer Fano deal, despite him not having a picture. We could probably throw in a little John Mechie in there, who we don't really need anymore as well, and the trade is accepted. Chase Basantis, Tyree Leach, John Mechie going to Cleveland in return for Spencer Fano, 87 overall, as well as a 3rd round pick this season, as that is pretty much going to be the perfect replacement for Paris Johnson Jr. What? Why did that just work? I don't know, but I'll take it. Max Melton, Christian Mahogany going to Kansas City. We get their 2nd round pick. I tried to just start it off high to gauge the deal there, but sure. As that now allows us to get Dorsey starting at cornerback, who I'm going to make our number 3 right away. I love the upside. Oh my God. Finally changing up some schemes and playbooks. We're going to try our West Coast spread, a 46 defense with the Giants offense playbook, because I've been seeing Scatabo going crazy every single year, and we're going to try out Dallas Cowboys defense. Ooh, and it's 2 wide receivers at the top of the board for this year's draft class. So we're just going to move in right tackle, and him and Fano are going to play alongside each other. I mean, look at this O-line. It looks pretty good. Hopefully we can do something with it. We are going to play out this season though, because we are a really good team. I think we truly can contend, so hopefully we do. Midway point, and we're cooking. 5-2 record. So don't think we gotta change up too much here. Lilly ends up just being a star development. That's a little underwhelming. This season we have Walter Nolan, Paris Johnson on the tag. Carson Beck is on an expiring deal as well. I'm just confused, bro. Can I like never negotiate with him again because he rejected us that one time? Like, it's just not an option. So maybe we try and answer some of those questions in the draft process. There are some QBs in this class. I just don't think we're going to be bad enough to even have a chance to move up, you know? There are some good right tackles in this class, though. I'm going to throw one on Parker Thurston. We may just lose out on a Walter Nolan, but Jacob Sharp looks like a really good replacement. Jacoby Thomas could potentially be on the outs as well, so let's get some more secondary help in Garrison Colvin, who just looks like the best player available. There's no good strong safeties at all, so we just ended 13-4, top of the NFC. Team was absolutely hooping in the new schemes and playbooks. Only loss coming to the Saints, Eagles, Colts, and then the Seahawks in week 17. Pretty solid season. His numbers have been kind of hovering around this range the whole time, but I really can't complain. The thing is though, it's even better because we're only paying him $2 million. After this year, it might skyrocket. I'm not sure. Jeremiyah Love finally put up some really good numbers there. 13 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, 4.6 carry. Algier was also awesome though as an RB2, putting up 5.5 a pop, as well as 10 touchdowns. Marv back to his best, putting up 1,421 yards, double-digit touchdowns as well. Michael Wilson, another 1,000+ year. McBride, 30 yards shy of a K as well. Defensively, no more Mac Wilson. It's Logan Jupin leading the way for tackles made. Ooh, look at the tackle for losses, 27. For Ben Gomez there, 25 for Caleb Proctor. However, the sack numbers seem a little underwhelming. Just 9 leads the way with Max Crosby there, 6.5 for Ben Gomez, but the TFL numbers were monstrous with Nolan contributing as well. This was Proctor with 25. What a season for him. 4 picks for Will Johnson and Rafael Royales, and we also had our guy Dorsey, who still doesn't have his snaps. Well, okay then, it is divisional round time, and we have an NFC West foe here in the San Francisco 49ers. We're gonna be playing in Arizona. They go 10-7, still got a good roster out there, although a lot of their good players in real life are aging, so not too sure how they're still hanging on here. We beat them though, 19-16, now have the 11-6 Battle of the Birds once more. Philadelphia Eagles, who did they beat us in year 2? I think it was the Packers. The Eagles, however, we have no idea because it doesn't show us. Did we make the Super Bowl? Looks like we did. We're playing the Chargers, 11-6. They're a 91. And don't forget the reigning Super Bowl champs, so they're looking to go back-to-back here. Check out some quick development traits if we got any. Michael Wilson went down. I don't know why why are you going down after a 1,200-yard season? Lily just went up as a offensive lineman because he won offensive lineman of the year. Where do I see that? As you can see, he got super. Where do I see those awards? I want to see them. I missed that screen. Marv also stayed at star. Unfortunately, I need to turn regression off because it's so dumb. It's so bugged. Defensively, Royals goes up to superstar X Factor. You love to see that. Dorsey sadly ended up only being a star. Still don't know Quincy Davis there. Walter Nolan and Crosby went down to star, and then Ben Gomez doesn't go up after, what, a 27-28 TFL season? I don't know if I should turn it on or off. I mean, we were the second defense in the entire league. Nobody should be going down. We're gonna go ahead and turn it off. I always play with it off. I just forgot because it was on a new screen. Chargers, however, how are they looking? Brian Childress, middle linebacker, 98 overall. Hamilton still going strong. QJ has developed into an elite wide receiver. Justin Herbert, 92 overall. Ladd is still there, as well as Tui Pelotu, target. So a lot of their core is still around. They snatched Travion Henderson from us as well in the offseason. Peter Woods up to an 89. And over here now, Diane Henley, the reigning Super Bowl MVP. This is a good battle. This is what happened with Penei Sewell in my last video as well. Why is he an 83? He's only 30 years old. As a tackle, he should be chilling. 87 is still low though, especially 5 years into the future. Okay, we're here. We made the Super Bowl. I think you're number 5 now. Chargers, Cardinals, let's get things kicking off. For those that may not know, we are undefeated in the Super Bowl for Madden 27 so far, so hopefully that streak can keep going as we end up with just 3 points on that drive, despite driving down inside their 20, it looked like, and the Chargers go up 14-3. Our offense is slacking, but we picked it up at the end of the first half. 17-21 now, just a 4-point game heading into the second half. We started with ball, but concede a field goal, was that, or a touchdown by the Chargers, making it an 11-point game now. Chargers have the ball. It's a first and goal after a face mask from Logan Jupin, and the Chargers score again. It's not looking good for us here. We also just turned the ball over. Brian Childress, their highest overall player. It is not looking good. This is looking like quite a beatdown. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, scores a field goal. It is a massive lead for the Chargers here. Can we drive down and put any sort of points on the board? 5 minutes to go, 14-point, 2-possession game. They do punt the ball. Can we drive down here quickly? Jaden Reed with a 65-yard touchdown, giving us some life now. Can the defense do its part? Holy crap, what is going on? It is a 1-possession game, ladies and gents, with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Hampton finds space, though. Gets themselves 7 yards. Can't really complain with our offense putting up 31 points as well, but the defense has been lackluster to say the least. But if they can show up on this drive, that is really all that matters. However, Hampton is just finding space with ease. Final timeout has been used. 3rd and 2 for the Chargers on the 50. And Hampton breaks loose, bro. What is this run defense, y'all? No wonder Walter Nolan went down. What is this run defense, bro? Hampton's been getting 6, 7, 8 a pop. And just like that, LA is in victory formation, and they are going to go back to back here in this video. We came up just short. We made a valiant effort there in the final 6 minutes of the game, but sadly for us, the defense could not get a stop all day long. Fumble, 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 fumble. Too little, too late, though. The Chargers also scored an extra field goal just to rub it in. I don't know what that's about. We come up shy. Beck was absolutely slinging it today as well. Almost 500 yards, 4 touchdowns as well. Did throw 2 costly interceptions, though. Jeremiah Love, hello. Jeremiah Love. Do I see 1.1 a carry? Marv did absolutely everything he could. Same with Michael Wilson. Same with Trey McBride. Bro, did that really just say 1.1 a carry? I'm lost for words. When we needed him most, 13 carries. Blood puts up 15 yards. Meanwhile, we saw Hampton absolutely destroy us on that final drive. Brian Childers, the middle linebacker, does win Super Bowl MVP there. Disappointing. In-season awards. We can go here. Why is it locked? Why is it locked? Oh, man, and here's something I'm not excited about. Walter Nolan is here. Ben Gomez up for a 5th-year option. We got Philip Holiday here as well. Caleb Proctor. Oh, man. Wait, franchise tag who we locked to your roster and unable to negotiate with other teams. Okay, I see. That's why we couldn't trade Paris Johnson. Then for Walter Nolan, we're going to do the non-exclusive franchise tag, which lets him negotiate with other teams, or we can get offers for him. So let's try that out. I didn't know that. I'm kind of confused. Does Beck have 1 year left, or do we need to sign him right now? I can't even sign him, though. There's nothing, no option, like, at all. It was perfectly fine before. Burrow is here. Genty, Kirby Joseph, James Cook, Rousseau, Roger Mason Thomas. There's a lot of good players here. They got the exclusive tag on Walter Nolan there. Paris Johnson. We just lost a lot of key pieces, though, including our quarterback. And well, I kind of want him back because we did not plan for this, really. So we're gonna bump this up a little bit as well. He has a bonus of 98.4 mil. A lot of teams are interested in him, obviously. We're gonna throw him that deal. It is a 98% already, guaranteed the length and year. We want our guy back. We want our guy back. Carson Beck, please rejoin us. Like, Jacoby Thomas is here throughout that whole process, dude. He didn't even pop up. Like, I didn't even see him. Just like delegating contracts might be the move, bro. I swear. As we are targeting Carson Beck, of course, and then Greg Rousseau on just a 1-year deal as well would be an amazing partnership alongside Max Crosby to help out our defensive line. Carson Beck rejoins us. Carson Beck rejoins us. Never in doubt, QB1 is still here. Rousseau is gone, and Rousseau is on our team. What a free agency frenzy for us here. Greg Rousseau and Carson Beck back. Also, this guy is a superstar. Offer sheet submitted for Walter Nolan. Looks like he signed with New England. We could match it. It's 2 years, 47.8 mil, though. Like I said, I think our depth at defensive line is actually pretty good. We're going to go ahead and decline it. The right tackle we put one on actually looks quite good. Round 1 true talent. And same goes for the DB Garrison Colvin. We do need some help at safety again after losing Jacoby Thomas. Tony Colin going to be our guy. This actually looks like a pretty solid running back class. We saw the disaster Jeremiah Love just did. So I am going to put our second one on Madison Hendricks. Ooh, look at this receiver. Day 3 projected. Round 1 to 2 talent, Todd Proctor. So like Joshua Feliz, please, can you be good? Mock draft time. The top 2 receivers are projected 1 and 2. Just no shot we can get them all the way down here. At number 31, I can tell you I will not go Danny O'Neal, though. I believe that's the only pick we have. Okay, I just have a horrible eye for linebackers. DBs, on the other hand, pretty good one. Round 1 to 2. Then we did a running back who's also round 1 to 2. Not bad. He might go a little early, though. I'm not sure if we can land him. Why does it say I'm pick number 5? Do we have pick number 5? I have pick number 5. Is that from... Whoa, is that from Walter Nolan signing with them? We got their pick in 2031 and this year, which ended up being number 5. Kansas City was also bad. Hold up, I'm loaded. We're loaded. Was Walter Nolan worth the number 5 overall pick? Wait, that yo, this changes everything. Do we want this guy? Do we trade up for this guy? USC deep threat, 6'4" as well. His stats look incredible. Elite jumping too. He's like a speed demon and a jump ball guy. Wait, dude, that non-exclusive tag thing is insane. That is so good. Hey, I think we are getting somewhere though. This is so much, bro. But he is going to be worth it. I hope so. We're moving up from 5 to number 2. Minnesota did not want to move back either, but they could not turn this deal down because we gave them a 2nd and a 3rd this year, a 2nd rounder next year, and also another 2nd in 2032. So they just got an abundance of draft selection, but we're now here at number 5, and we can go ahead and grab Darian Preston, the deep threat, top 5 true talent. I hope he's number 1 in the class because we just gave up an absolute premium to get him. Michael Wilson not getting any younger. Marv even getting pretty up there now, 5-6 years down the line. Darian Preston is the absolute future of this team. Number 5 in the class. I don't like that suit because it's the same color as the normal dev trait. Luckily for us, he is hidden though, and we're hoping for the absolute moon from Darian Preston. He looks incredible. He better be worth it, man, because goodness me, and with pick 31 now, we're gonna go with kind of a luxury pick. Madison Hendricks, running back. I know, Jeremiyah Love though, hasn't been great. And he's getting a little up there now, especially in terms of running back years. We need a backup. We need a guy to take over for the future. I like Madison Hendricks a lot. And he's 24 in the class there, a B draft grade overall. Also hidden dev, so he's one for the future. And the other pick here is easily going to be Garrison Colvin. He's got A tackle, A zone coverage, A awareness as well. I think we could potentially move him back to play safety as well, and he will be a great player there as well. So he is going to be our selection here. A+ draft grade, number 15 player in the class. Another hidden dev. This has been a great draft so far. Wait, I totally forgot. I was so infatuated with having a top 5 selection. I forgot we had Todd Proctor down the board. Day 3 projection here. We're into round 3, the end of round 3. I think we just take him because I don't think we got many more picks in this draft. This is easily the best player available still. But now I'm questioning if we shouldn't have traded all of that up to go up to number 2 to draft that other dude. They have the same last name, Proctor. They're already in the class though. Todd is pretty good himself. Obviously, the upside, though, is not the same. All good, though. Draft recap time, 79 for Darian Preston, 76 for Hendricks, 77 for Colvin, and 74 overall for Proctor as well. So Preston and Proctor, though, 2 great receiver prospects. We'll see if that trade-up ends up being worth it, though, as Martin Mateus, who goes at 2.2, 83 overall there. There's a good Mike linebacker, but that was a little too rich for us. Year 6 now, up to an 89 overall. The offense looks incredible, but I might move on from somebody. Michael Wilson has been amazing for us, but he's 30 years old now, has 2 seasons remaining, and this might be the peak time we can sell him as well because he has been so good. And with all the receivers we just drafted in the past class, I kind of want to see those guys play because I want to see Preston get a ton of reps this year. We still even have Jaden Reed here for 1 more season. Where did Jeremiyah Love just go? Holding out until a new deal gets done. Sick. Okay. We got to negotiate some sort of deal here. 5 years. I mean, he'd still only be 30. He should still be good. And I mean, we could just trade him too if his numbers don't improve too much. 57% there. Let's do all this again. And with just 7% patience left, it looks like we are going to re-sign Jeremiyah Love. Was that a bad decision though? But I mean, he was just gonna hold out. I don't know. I folded under the pressure. We'll see how Jeremiyah Love does this offseason, and we'll figure out what to do with him later on. The defense, Crosby, Vargas finally getting a starting role in this team alongside Caleb Proctor. Rousseau, remember, we added in the offseason as well. Linebacker room, still a little bit, we haven't really hit there in the draft at all, but we have hit at cornerback with Royals, Deshaun Smith, Dorsey, Will Johnson, Shelby. I think we're going to look to trade away, and maybe we throw in a little Michael Wilson in this offer too and see what we can get back. Jacoby Thomas, he'd be awesome on our team. Ooh, look at this. Brandon Stewart, an 85 overall, 23-year-old strong safety. Superstar dev as well. If you could give me something better than a 7th round pick, I'm all in. Oh my God, a 2nd? We don't even really got to throw in much. A 2033 7th round pick? And the trade is accepted. We get Brandon Stewart, our new superstar safety. Michael Wilson, it's been a great tenure here in Arizona, but we're moving on. Bro, okay, what is going on here? Dorsey is really mad because he's CB4 on the depth chart, so he looks like he requested a trade. Will Colvin be moved soon? Dude, I just drafted you. Calm down. You're not going to start right away, bro. It's the NFL. He was now seeking a move elsewhere. Okay, buddy. Okay, man. Goodness me. I mean, you're still CB5 and CB4. You will play. You will play. I mean, boys. We're 7-0. Dorsey, can you shut up? 3-star this season on pass rush, by the way, because, I mean, look at that. Ooh, I was going to say we're not going to have that pick anyway. However, remember, we have New England's. They're pretty solid this year, though. Okay, and when to go check out some dev traits. Preston still doesn't have his for some reason. Only 363. So not sure why he's the wide receiver 3. Jane Reed, get out of here. You're not that guy, bro. Jubin is a superstar. I see this happening a lot with linebackers. They just fly up. I don't know if it was some breakout or something, but I'll take it. You know what? Let's throw one on the top 5 guy as well in case he's generational or something. And then I think a tackle because Philip Holiday is on his last leg. So Ryan Hearing, you're the man. And okay, back-to-back bye weeks. A little disappointing in the second half. I was stopped at week 13 to do the private workouts. We were 11-0. So 13-4 we finished. Still good enough for the 1 seed though. Cannot complain. Very nice. And Carson Beck, maybe one of his best years, if not his best one. 4,500 yards there, 37 touchdowns is definitely a career best. Only 9 interceptions too. Hasn't been throwing many giveaways for us. Very solid in that department. Jeremiyah Love, after his new deal, had 9 touchdowns, 4.7 to carry, and his highest yardage as well at 1,300. Madison Hendricks, only a star though, but you know what? That's fine. He's going to be a very, very viable RB2 now after we sign down Love to a long-term deal. Receiving wise is Marvin leading the way, and remember, we traded away Michael Wilson, who's been such a pivotal piece for us in this rebuild so far. Marv was great though. Darian Preston, ooh, only a star is a tad bit disappointing because of everything we had to trade up. 2 second rounders for the next 2 years, remember? So that is a little tough. Jupin with 122 tackles leads the way for us. 23 TFLs for Rousseau, 23 for Caleb Proctor as well, 21 for Crosby. So 3 people over 20 there is insane. 14 sacks as well for Max Crosby, 11.5 for Rousseau, 5 for Caleb Proctor. The defensive line put in work. Brandon Stewart, the new addition, 3 interceptions for him, 1 for DTD. None else though, only 4 picks. NFC West clash once again. The Seattle Seahawks take us on in the divisional round. They are 10-7 currently. We've been kind of owning them this video. We've been the juggernaut, and it's the Philadelphia Eagles once more in the NFC Championship game. Can we find ourselves in back-to-back Super Bowls by beating the Eagles? I don't know, still don't know on that screen. And we're here. We're here again. Super Bowl 65. We are here again. Yo, we are a juggernaut. We have built up some team, but so have the Cleveland Browns because they went 13-4 as well, and that's who we're going to be facing. And okay, here, yearly awards. I missed this screen. Drake May wins MVP. Carson Beck, number 3 there. He deserved more love. Coach of the year. We low-key been racking these up, you know. Quick dev traits while we're here. Carson Beck does go up to Superstar X Factor. I was hoping maybe Preston. Marv still remains at star, though. You know, even a Lily to X Factor. I wouldn't hate that one bit, but Carson Beck is the big one, though. We are happy with that. Rousseau goes up to Superstar, which is cool, but we only have him for this year, so nice having you. The Cleveland Browns have really turned it around. Looks like they got a guy here in Wade Hall, X Factor, 25 years old, 97 overall franchise QB1 for them. Verse and Schwarzenegger lead the way for them. Quinshawn Judkins, Fannin, Mason Graham still here as well. Darren Schumer, a really good wide receiver there. Casey Concepcion has developed. Jimmy Witherspoon, they drafted. JOK, healthy and going strong, which is awesome to see. They got a pretty solid team. Kenyon Sadiq has found his way over here as well. Definitely been in a big rebuild as well, as these are probably the 2 bottom feeders in the year 2026, the Browns, the Cardinals. So cool to see both franchises flourishing now and finding their way into Super Bowl 65. Let's go ahead and get this started. We have been disappointing in the big game so far. Hopefully we can change that narrative. And let's get things kicked off as the Browns start with the ball. No points yet in the first quarter. Looks like a defensive masterclass, but we do get the first touchdown of the game, which is a good start because we started really slow last year against the Chargers. 10-17-0. The offense is putting in work, but I would argue the defense has been playing even better, keeping the Cleveland Browns to 0 points here in the first half. It would have to be a wild comeback for Cleveland. Oh my goodness, this is the beatdown of a century. This is a dynasty in the brewing right now. It is 40. I don't think I've ever seen a Super Bowl beatdown that bad in my life. In the game, in real life, it doesn't matter. We just won 45-0 in the most convincing fashion imaginable. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Super Bowl champions on, I believe, year 6 or year number 7 here, but we have signed Jeremiyah Love back, Carson Beck back, Marvin is still here, McBride, the O-line, the defense looks as good as it's ever been. This is a true dynasty in the making. We're here. We have arrived. Let's see if we can go and get even more. I love that I'm wearing this in the freaking Super Bowl. We're about business over here. And I mean, my goodness, Carson Beck, thank goodness, thank everything that he decided to re-sign with us and we were able to retain him in the offseason. That's the same thing. You know what I mean? 27 for 34, almost 400 yards, 4 tutties, no picks. Jeremiyah Love bounced back because he was averaging 1.1 a carry prior to this in Super Bowl games. He was great. Hendricks fumbled. That's okay. And Jaden Reed had 7 receptions for 95 yards. Marvin Harrison was incredible. Trey McBride found the end zone as well as Jeremiyah Love through the air and the rookie Darian Preston. Yeah, Michael Wilson's probably feeling some type of way, though, that we traded him away and now we were finally able to get over the hump. Greg Rousseau was a massive addition in the offseason as well. 1.5 sacks for him there in the big game. Deshaun Smith, Taylor Demerson with the picks. I'm excited because we have many seasons to go still, and we just won a Super Bowl 45-0. Carson Beck, none other than him, is your Super Bowl MVP. What a year. And remember, we don't have the craziest of names here to re-sign. We do have a 5th year for Torrey Tomlinson, which I am going to go, or I just wanted to accept. I don't know why I held X there. Oh my goodness. Colvin, I understand. I understand your frustrations and why you wanted to start. He is a superstar X Factor, ladies and gents. He is a superstar X Factor that was buried on the depth chart at CB5, but hey, he was on the Super Bowl winning team. And oh my goodness, this dynasty is gonna go crazy. Holy. Garrison Colvin, I was unfamiliar with your game. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Will Anderson is here. Puka is here. Trent McDuffie, Kyle Hamilton, Jadarian Price, Fred Warner. This is the most stacked free agency class I've ever seen. You got a 92 overall, Mekhi Lemon, so did Lane. Who is this? Ross McIntyre looks like a beast. Yo, I kind of want him. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Well, Desmond King, shout out Desmond King, the cornerback. Top 5 talent. I was about to sign that Russ McIntyre fella, or I was in negotiations with him, but I said, let's go check out the draft. We got a guy. No need to spend a lot of our budget on Russ McIntyre, or honestly anybody else here. Our roster is still pretty loaded. You know, I miss this screen. I like this screen a lot more. Let's sign Tua so Carson Beck can recreate this meme. Brother. Why? Jamie and Shergo. Some contracts may be coming up for some interior offensive linemen, so we're going to throw one on Denzel Reese here. Ryan Herring was not a great right tackle, but we did get a good one in Jordan Burke later down the board. Jonathan Walker and Donnie Donaghy here look like really good Mike linebacker prospects. We're going to throw one on our guy Double D. As New England ended up finishing the season quite strong as well. Pick 24 for them, 32. Vegas was bad though. That is pick 37 in the second. Desmond King, the defensive tackle we have, is projected to go 19, so we're gonna have to trade up if we want to get him, and I definitely do. And then Jordan Burke, the right tackle, is projected to go number 27. I love that everybody and their mom is just over the salary cap in this game, bro. It is so annoying. I'm gonna just turn salary cap off, man. Just kidding, but like, not, bro. Just accept the deal. I wish. No, we can't consider the offer. It will put us over the salary cap. Oh, so expensive. My goodness. We're trading up with the Saints there to 19. Dawson, I am going to give away because they really needed a tight end, so they were interested. Our pick 32, so we kept 24 or wherever we were at, and then 2 fourths and a 3 this year. All for us to get our guy, Desmond King, reincarnated speed rusher, 6'4", out of Florida City. He's 24, so a little bit older, but damn, out of anything, I want the strength to be elite for you, but still, what an athlete he is. What a replacement this is going to be for the future of our defensive tackle room. Desmond King, the number 4 ranked player in the class. Hidden development trait as well. What a player. And now I also wanted to stay at pick number 24 so we can go ahead and get our tackle for the future because Holiday is probably on his final season here. So Jordan Burke is going to be the perfect like-for-like replacement there. 21 in the class, excellent pick. And a hidden dev. I like it. The trenches are being rebuilt. And I'm going to trade down here with the Raiders. We're going to get pick 69. So we're moving back a bit, but I'm getting a 2nd round pick next season. There's a guy I have in mind, and I think we can get him a little bit later. And as surprise, surprise, it is another cornerback prospect here. This one going by the name of Dakota Moss. We're gonna find out what to do with them. I'm gonna move one of them back to safety for sure because we got a logjam of just amazing cornerbacks. Colvin's definitely got to start as well this season. Dakota Moss though, A catching, A man, B press, B zone, and just 21 years old. He's ranked 13 in the class, A+ draft selection. Only normal dev though. Bro, there's no way y'all are still upset, but we just won a Super Bowl. I mean, are Colvin's trade offers crazy or what? Because do you see his development? Yeah, I want 33-year-old Spencer Brown, Buffalo. Recap, 79 for Desmond King, 76 for Jordan Burke, 77 for Dakota Moss. Didn't have too many picks, but I think we hit on the ones we did. Holy crap. Okay, the number 3 overall dude was an 85 overall safety. Shaq Morgan there, 82 for the number 1 overall guy. Clyde Lindsey, a really good tackle as well. Did not have him scouted. He would have been a top 5 projected, but he's only normal. He's only normal, so I'll take my guy all day long. And we got ourselves a big trade here to start off the season. Deshaun Smith, I'm going to be letting go. He's on his final year. Same with Philip Holiday, and we also just drafted that new right tackle, so shipping them both up before we lose them for nothing. Some day 3 picks, we get ourselves Peter Woods, 90 overall defensive tackle. He is only a star, but I think just 26 years old. We also get a 2nd round pick from the Chargers too, because remember, we don't got one this year. So freaking bang, here is the team after winning ourselves Super Bowl number 1, 91 overall now. The offensive line looks incredible. Jordan Burke, the rookie, is going to get a start at right tackle as well. I did go ahead and change some things up, so Preston's got a new face. I also gave him a new number because he was 89. And then I changed Garrison Colvin's face as well as his position, so he's now going to be starting at free safety, so he's happy. He's up to an 84 overall as well and will be the hands down starter there. I also just noticed that Max Crosby retired, so he retired after getting himself a ring. Shout out to him. Ben Gomez can easily step up though in his position. We do still have Greg Rousseau. I guess he gave him a 2-year deal. I don't really know, but he's still around. Dakota Moss is going to step up into that CB4 role now, and the defense still looks good. And check this out, at rush defensive tackle, Caleb Proctor and our new defensive tackle, Desmond King, the same overall. We're gonna start our guy. Also bought a ton of abilities with our staff points. Is there anywhere I have to like equip all of these or whatnot? Because I remember that screen being a thing last year. I can't find it now. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I saw Rousseau's contract until 2030. How did that happen? Did the CPU do that or something? Colvin is still on the trade block. Once out and is expected to be traded. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. You are the starter now, so like, what's the deal, big guy? And tell you what, after getting Peter Woods now, we are loaded at defensive tackle, and I do want Desmond King to get some game time as well, so we may move on from Jose Vargas. And we found a pretty good partner with the Buffalo Bills, also giving them Reggie Virgil, who we have barely used at all. I'm getting a next year first from Buffalo. That could be really nice, because Josh Allen's 34, 35 now. Midway point, we're currently 6-1, but the Niners are right on our tail. And this is the guy that looks the best. Quincy Johnson out of Bama. He's also just 21 years old. We might do 2, maybe somebody a little bit lower on the draft board. Anthony Fernandez, center. And then lastly, I'm gonna do strong safety Sal Hale here out of Penn State. What kind of monster have we built here in AZ? Bruh, 14-3 now. We're up to a 93, number 1 in the league in offensive pass yards per game, defensive points given up per game. Carson Beck just pretty much went, I got it, bro. Let me put over 5,000 yards. How about 36 touchdowns? Just 10 interceptions as well. I think it's first double-digit interceptions though, but still fine. Jeremiyah Love is cooking though. 16 touchdowns for him, 1,379 yards. Might be his career high. 300 attempts as well. As we had 2 1,500 yards receiver, 2 100+ receptions receivers, and 9 touchdowns for Marvin, 12 for Preston, 12 for McBride, who finally broke 1,000. Safe to say the rookie had some growing pains. 164 tackles for Logan there. TFL's 18 for Ben Gomez, 17 for Rousseau, and Peter Woods, the new addition, as 14 sacks from Rousseau leads the way, 8 from Proctor, 7 from Gomez as well. Not too bad, as Will Johnson. 10 interceptions, 4 for Royals. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, though, to the wild card round where we have the Eagles again. I feel like we play them every single playoff run, and we kind of own them at the same time. If they want to be the best, they got to beat the best, and they can never beat us. 41-35, it was a hell of a game, though, in the divisional round. NFC Championship game against the Chicago Bears, who finished 10-7 themselves. Did we win that game? I don't know. Let's go to the Super Bowl. And we're here again. And we're going to be playing the Buffalo Bills, who go 13-4, and also have Fred Warner, as we're going to be playing this year's MVP. Carson Beck finished 4th, despite leading the league in yards. We were 14-3 as well. The Bears were only 10-7. 5K plus 36 touchdowns. Didn't have many picks either. Nah, man. Nah, we got robbed. Hello? Unless he went crazy on the ground. No, he didn't. He didn't. Holy robbery of the century. And hopefully he goes up to Superstar X Factor just like Jeremiyah Love there. Who's this fella? Who is this? We have a superstar running back. He's only 23 years old as well. He's only a 72, but still, Darian Preston up to a superstar dev. You love to see it defensively. Still do not have Desmond King. Will Johnson does indeed go up to X Factor, and I think that's the only one we got. Buffalo, what are you working with in 2032? And remember, we traded for their first round pick next season, 2033. Why do they have like no picks? I don't know, but hopefully they're not this good next year. Fred Warner, still a 98 at 34 years old. Cole Bishop, a 92 now. Nicholas Hurd, good running back. Josh Allen, as you can see, 35 years old now. Hopefully he regresses big time next year, but still going strong if you ask me. Kayron Crawford up to a 91 overall. JMO's there with Josh Allen's arm. That is pretty fun. Jacoby Thomas, revenge game. That's crazy. Dalton Kincaid still here as well. Good team. Good team. Better than our team, though? I don't know. Dude, our team is actually nuts. What are we building? We have like 15 players above a 90 overall. Holy crap, man. Getting us to a 94 overall. The Bills an 89. I'll see you in there. And let's see if we can go back-to-back Super Bowls here and really kickstart off this dynasty. Our offense struggling, though, in the first quarter. We're actually down 10-0. Get a field goal back on the board. Defense steps up once again, but end of halftime, it's just 3-10. Very low-scoring game here. We tie up the ball game in the middle of the third and end up taking the lead, giving us a tie ball game now into the fourth quarter. Buffalo gets a touchdown lead. Losing that, it's pretty much a 4th and 1, to be honest with you. Jeremiyah Love through, has blockers as well. Huge first down, we're inside the 15. The blocking's good this time around. I jinxed it. All 3 downs there. Pressure in his face. I mean, that just wasn't great pocket awareness as a whole by Carson Beck, and we're gonna end up kicking it here and cutting the lead down to 4 with 4 minutes to go. Josh Allen is kind of having his way with us, and I don't like that at all. Getting us to a 3rd and 3, though. Under 3 minutes to go now. What is this play? Oh my God, fumble! Running back 9-4! Is that Ben Gomez? Running back 9-4! Oh my God, what was that play, bro? Was that busted? I feel like that was not supposed to go to him. And we score a defensive touchdown. No, it's Caleb Proctor, the man that we decided to re-sign, give him another chance on the team, and he scores a massive scoop and score to get us a lead at the tail end of the fourth quarter. He's doing like 7 celebrations. Bro was ready for this moment. He had the cellies lined up. Who stripped that? 15 stripped that. Not too sure who that is, but huge play from the defense. When we needed them, they came through. Josh Allen facing some pressure now. Fake handoff to Nicholas Hurd. Wide open up the seam. The 2-minute warning has now passed. The Bills still have all 3 timeouts. We get pressure generated, but this number 6 fella is kind of destroying us in the middle. Buffalo kind of in comfortable field goal range already here. We got to not allow anything in the end zone, and we're getting carved up right now like a hot knife through butter. A minute to go now, 3rd and 9. Josh Allen, we have not generated much pressure this game at all. He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Great coverage there. Is that Ben Gomez in coverage? What is he doing back there? Buffalo is going to end up settling for a field goal here to hopefully tie up the ballgame for their sakes, and hopefully not for our sake. Kick is up. Kick is good. We got 51 seconds and 3 timeouts. Carson Beck. Carson Beck, write your name in the history books. Or we could just return a kickoff. That would be pretty iconic as well. I really want to see a return kickoff one of these days. That one had potential. If he broke out to the left there, that one had potential. 35 seconds to go. We did not opt to use a timeout there, so still have 3 in our pocket. And there's going to go number 1. What is with this O-line? Why are we getting mauled right now? As we got ourselves here a classic in the Super Bowl, we're going to be starting with ball. Hopefully we can score a touchdown, though. Let's not talk too much forward. Jeremiyah Love, huge run. 1st and 10 on the 44. Talk too much forward. Does that even make sense? I don't know. You know what I mean, though? Carson Beck, here we go. A lot of time in the pocket this time. And you know what he can do with time? It's Darian Proctor himself with a huge game. Proctor? Darian Preston. My bad. Need this one more than ever because we would be in a pretty tough predicament if we don't get it here. Carson Beck, we're trusting you with the ball, and you're going to deliver to Marvin Harrison Jr. On the 21 now, 2nd and 9. Jeremiyah Love gets another handoff. Hurdles a man. If Marv had a better block there, he could have gotten into the end zone. What a play from Jeremiah Love. 2nd and 5 now. Jeremiah Love's getting the ball this time, and he finds himself in the end zone with multiple Buffalo Bills players around him. It does not matter. I don't know what's going on with the celebration, but ladies and gentlemen, we have taken a touchdown lead at the beginning of overtime. And anything less than a touchdown here would be game for us. Josh Allen, a lot of time in the pocket, 15. We get numbers. Is that Caleb Proctor again? The Bills have 9 sacks, by the way. But Caleb Proctor just got another huge play on defense, giving them a 2nd and 20 now on their own 20. Josh Allen drops back to pass again. And just like that, Dalton Kincaid gets him a first down. Out of the shotgun, Josh Allen, we blitz. We cannot get stops, bro. Good coverage from our DB there. Josh Allen with the ball in his hands again. And they're on R2. And you know what I'm scared of? If they score, what if they go for 2? We don't even have a chance. Josh Allen, that's if they score though. Josh Allen, yeah, you're not tackling him there. Oh my goodness. What started off looking so promising with a 10-yard loss by Caleb Proctor. The Bills absolutely drive down after that, and they opt to kick an extra point here, giving us a chance. I'm not really too sure how the rules work after this. Does a field goal end it? Is it the same rules where they'll have a chance if we score a touchdown as well? I don't really know. 1st and 10 now on the 34. Jeremiah Love gets blown up. Oh my goodness. Madden's the type of company to not account for an overtime 2 in the Super Bowl and then just the game. Okay, at least Carson Beck got that out. I don't know what is wrong with this Bills defensive line, but they have been generating pressure like no tomorrow. We're punting the ball here. I'm stressed out, bro. This is not for the weak. 2nd and 11. Josh Allen picked off, and we're in field goal range already. That should be the dagger. Oh my goodness, what a play from our defense once again. It's gonna be Delgado, our backup Mike linebacker, making the big play here, potentially solidifying him a Super Bowl MVP trophy. If we can dagger the game right here, we're not messing about at all. They're trying to ice us here, but the field goal unit is on the field immediately. Evan Russell, the superstar, drafted kicker himself, games it. The Arizona Cardinals are your back-to-back Super Bowl champions after one of the best games of all time. Holy crap. Caleb Proctor with the scoop and score. Jonathan Delgado with the pick at the end of the game. The overtime, that game had everything. Wow, is all I can say. Josh Allen was frightening in that overtime period. Carson Beck was solid. Jeremiah Love was elite today, though. 124 yards, 7.2 carry, found the end zone as well. Receiving-wise, it was Darian Preston who led the way with 8 receptions, 118 yards, found the end zone 2 times as well. Huge game from him. And it was just a battle of the trenches today. Fano had 4 pancakes, 3 sacks, 3 pancakes for Torrey Tomlinson, 2 sacks. That Bills D-line was just going. Cole Matthews, you remember this fella? I think he was the top 5 defensive tackle a few years back. They had so many sacks. Caleb Proctor had that huge one at the tail end of the game, though, but all that matters is this pick from Will Johnson, and most importantly, potentially the Super Bowl MVP because of this play alone, Jonathan Delgado with a game-winning interception. F it. Give it to Evan Russell, baby. It goes to Caleb Proctor. Much deservedly score because that scoop and score was vital because we were down a touchdown. It was the tail end of the 4th quarter. The game was almost at the end, and he came through for us with that huge scoop and score. We are back-to-back Super Bowl winners, baby. We're here now in re-sign week, and after the Super Bowl, you can check out dev traits that you don't have yet. I'm intrigued. Oh my goodness. We got a player. Here in Desmond King, superstar X Factor. I wish I played him more, though. He's freaking DT4 on our team, but that's the guy for the future right there. Looks like Greg Rousseau actually retired. He was like 31 years old. Needs some more pass rushers. All I'm gonna say is ever since we've signed Tua to the team, we've been kind of on fire. We have a 5th-year option for Lilly. Easiest pickup of my life. And then we have a franchise tag potentially for Ben Gomez. And I think we do sign him. He has been quite good for us. We already lost Greg Rousseau as well. I don't think we can afford to let him go. Let him walk for nothing. Nobody has offered for Jared Verse. Do we have money? We might. Player has run out of patience. Okay. Well, we did get Jared Verse. He just straight up, oh, he had no other offers, huh? That's why I don't have cap space. He just took up 37 mil. I thought because he ran out of patience, the deal was just kind of done. So I ended up trying to sign this guy instead. Now we got both of them. Well, okay then. Focus players time, and I see somebody I quite... it's Quincy Johnson. That's the dude we put the private workout on. He's a top 5 dude. God, can I trade up and get a guard, though? I'm not sure. We're all the way down here at pick 32. Depends on where he goes. We're going to throw one on this wide receiver. We don't have Jaden Reed no more. Okay, the center we scouted is awful, which means I'll shift my focus to Christian Harris. Ooh, the safety we did is around 1 to 2, so certainly not bad. Maybe we look for a tight end because Trey McBride is not getting any younger here. We'll do Jamal Witherspoon. Quincy Johnson projected to go pick number 15, so honestly, not as high as I would have thought. There is some life there for us to trade up. I have nobody scouted, bro. Okay, extremely expensive deal here, but it had to be done. Quincy Davis is leaving us now. We gave up our first this year, a third this year, and then a third in 2033 to move up to number 14. That was not cheap, but we have a hole on the interior, and Quincy Johnson is gonna fill it up. Bama, 21 years old, elite agility, elite strength. Bench press, 46 reps, led the entire combine, led the entire draft class as well. This dude looks like a premium player, and he's joining the back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Welcome to the team, Quincy Johnson. Number 4 in the class, though. I was hoping a little higher, but a 99 overall. Hello. No, what am I saying? 99 strength. I don't think there's a wrong choice here. I'm going to go Sal Hale, though, because we do have safeties that are getting pretty up there in age now as well. So, Sal, another Penn State player. Was the other guy Penn State? I actually don't know. 36 overall. Why is that so delayed, bro? It always throws me off. Hidden dev, though, for Sal Hale. Welcome to the team. However, I see Marcus McCray here. A finesse moves, B power moves, B tackle, C block shed. Only 21 years old, out of Auburn as well. He's going to be my choice here at the end of round 4. 106 in the class there. But a little hidden dev, so a nice replacement there for the outgoing Quincy Davis. I just drafted a hidden dev punter. Let's go. Draft recap time. How did we do? 81 overall. And he was number 4 in the class as well. For Quincy Johnson, Sal Hale 75. Marcus McCray just a 69 overall there. Seems like this class was kind of cracked though. 82 for Sergio Jackson, a safety, another really good guard in Jonathan McKinney. I did notice his name as well, but we decided to go Quincy Johnson, of course, another safety, a Sam linebacker. 80 overall. Here's Jamal Witherspoon, who we were contemplating, but instead went with Sal Hale, the strong safety. Ooh. We might have missed there, because that would have been a beautiful, wonderful replacement for Trey McBride in the future. Man. Bro, look at these two balls. Trading our guy, DT DOA. He's been here from the very beginning, I think. Giving him to the Bengals. He's 31, 32 years old now, so we're getting a 3rd round pick in return. Not bad. Honestly, very good. But here is the team now. Year number 7 off back-to-back Super Bowls. Can we do a three-peat? The unprecedented three-peat. Darian Preston, I think it's time. I think it's time for him to take over the wide receiver 1 handle. Proctor's going to be our new wide receiver 3 as well. We move Quincy Johnson inside the center. Defensively, oh yeah, Jared Verse is here. Oh yeah, Desmond King is a superstar X-Factor. Lindley, we also added in the offseason. Sal Hale's going to be backing up our guy Stewart, who we traded for, I think, 2 seasons ago. 2 Super Bowls later. Hello? We're 2-5? What? Bro, what? Is something wrong? Is Preston not the wide receiver 1 we need? Quincy Johnson also superstar. Awesome. I am so confused. Was Greg Rousseau our entire team? Private workout time. I think for the first 10 seasons, we'll still, stop at midseason, do all this scouting stuff, stop and set the scouts in the regions and whatnot. But after year 10, we'll probably go a little bit quicker. But okay, tell you what, we can potentially lose Ben Gomez. Jared Verse is only here a year as well, so I'm going to do these 2 pass rushers. Torrey Tomlinson could be out of a deal as well. Cody Lippett, round 3 to 4 projection, looks quite good. By the way, we have picked it back up. We're up to 6-5, so a little life here. We made it, but barely. Finished 9-8 there. The line, we're playing lines. They finished with the same record though. I'm so confused what went wrong this year. Jaden Reed, Greg Rousseau, 12th in offensive yards, still top 10 for defense. Last year, I think they were both number 1 in the league though, and obviously we went on to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Beck's still good, but a little down from his past seasons. Jeremiah Love super down. Was maybe Bryce Applewhite was the key cog on the offensive line. 3.9 a carry. Preston still cooked though, 13 tutties, 1,400 yards. Marv over 1,000 as well. Trey McBride just shy. Logan, Will Johnson, Royals, 2 DBs, 2 corners with over 100 tackles. Not something you really want to see. 20 TFLs for Ben Gomez, 17 for Peter Woods there, and Mr. Jared Verse-Lettuce in sacks with 12, 5 for Ben Gomez. Didn't really generate a ton of pressure though, as in total, Royals, I say his name different every time. 7 picks for him, Brandon Stewart with 3. Been a while since we've been in the wild card round. We've been, you know, consistently getting that #1 seed for the past few seasons, but heading to Detroit here to play them, we beat them 41-6. You know where we show up though. You know where the momentum hits. You know when we start sitting up in our chair. You know, we're playoff performers and we're playing a familiar foe in this round in the Philadelphia Eagles. They actually are coming to Arizona as well, and we're playing now the NFC West winners. They also have Wade Hale, the quarterback that was in free agency too. They went 13-4. They were 91 overall team. This is always a battle with Seattle. Did we win? Okay. Did we win? We did. 28-7. I mean, bro. Inevitable come playoff time for this team to show up. We smoked them too. And we're going to be playing the Chiefs, who were the 7th seed. Caleb Williams again, bro. They really do not like Carson Beck, huh? It's pretty privileged. Quick development trade upgrades, potentially Preston to go up to X Factor. He does not. We do not get anybody on the offense, onto the offensive side of the ball. I could just cut that part out of the video. Kansas City, what are we working with in our way from a potential 3-peat? Xavier Worthy, highest rated out of 98. Creed Humphrey still going strong. They have a really good running back in Manny Campbell. Quarterback is still Patrick Mahomes at 36 years old. Looks like Devin Lloyd has made his way over here. Rashi Rice is somehow not in jail at this point too. Good team, good team. This should be a fun one. We were kind of pathetic in the regular season, but when the postseason comes around, you know who the top dog is. I mean, hey, once upon a time, it used to be Patrick Mahomes. Now it's Carson Beck. We're getting smoked. 14-3, 14-10. There we go. We're a bit of a slow. We always start slow in these Super Bowls. 13-14 now. Second half on the way. Down 1 point. We take our first lead of the game. It's a 4-point game heading into quarter number 4 though. Touchdown lead for us. Short of the end zone. Not sure why I just froze there on my words. 3rd and goal. This is a pretty big down right here. Mahomes pressured. It's a huge sack. Ben Gomez, the man playing on a franchise tag, comes through in the biggest of moments, and that makes Kansas City kick a field goal here because we pushed them back 6 yards, getting them to the 9. Field goal was up. Field goal was good. 4-point game. We can get a touchdown here. We can potentially ice this Super Bowl and this 3-peat. As Kansas City opts to use timeout number 1 there, Jeremiyah Love gets another touch. The outside is open. Jeremiyah Love is gone. Is that Marv again? Marv, I need some better blocking out of you still, though. A massive, massive run from Jeremiyah Love. He has really turned his career around in the second half of this video so far. First down here, and it's game. First down here, and it's a 3-peat. Jeremiyah Love. Jeremiyah Love. First down. First down, up to 116 yards as well. Did we actually just 3-peat? Did we actually just 3-peat? After the 2-minute warning, you already know we are in a victory formation for the 3rd time in 3 seasons. The Arizona Cardinals. The dynasty is here. Dethroning what was once a dynasty in the early 2020s. Dude, this is insane. First realistic rebuild of Madden 27, and we're off to a hot start. How can it get better than this? I'm not sure. Jeremiyah Love potentially Super Bowl MVP with 6.3 a carry, 121 yards, and the game-winning drive pretty much single-handedly. How about Proctor, the wide receiver 3, leading in receptions and got himself a touchdown. Preston got himself 100 yards as well. McBride found the end zone. Defense played great as well. 2 TFLs for Peter Woods and Ben Gomez, who more importantly got that sack at the very end of the game there. Pretty much clinching this game for us there. Will Johnson with a pick at the very end there. I'm not too sure what's going on. It is kind of bizarre, but this team simply just does not lose when it comes to the Super Bowl, when it comes to the playoffs. Will Johnson, your Super Bowl MVP, 3-time Super Bowl champ winners now, and 3 times in a row, a new Super Bowl MVP. But players that have been here from almost the very beginning. 5th-year option for Darian Preston. Exercise the 5th-year option for Preston, wide receiver 92 overall, and keep him under contract for another season at 90. 1.9 mil? Bro, what does that even mean? I'm gonna decline that and just hopefully give him a longer deal next year. And then our guy Hendricks, our RB2, has a 5th-year option. We're gonna go ahead and decline that because it's a little much. And then we can franchise tag Torrey Tomlinson here. Actually, let's give him this freaking, what is that, this one? Yeah, non-exclusive franchise tag. Let's give him that thing and get ourselves some draft picks. What happened to Walter Nolan earlier? Because Torrey Tomlinson's a hell of a player, but money's getting a little tight here, and a position we can replace in the draft for much cheaper. There's so much going on here. Dude, what in the world? Rafael Royals signed to a 5-year, $79 million contract. Carson Beck, 6-year, $268 million. Well, I didn't do any of these. I didn't do anything. Jared Verse retired, by the way, so RIP to him. Yeah, they're genuinely just giving out contracts here. Wait, Spencer Phomv was 6-year. Bro, what the? Free agency is done. We got DeAndre Rhodes, a really good slot cornerback, a little bit older, but just on a 1-year deal. Willie White, we need pass rush help. He was the best guy and a good age as well at 26 years old. They got a really good backup tight end just for the next season. Check out what draft picks we have, because remember, we did have Buffaloes, and they were pretty mid. 16th, extremely mid. Vegas been really good, though. 61 in round 2. We actually have 5 picks in the first 2 days, which makes these focus players very interesting. Eric Chamberlain, top 5 left tackle. You don't see that often, I'm not gonna lie. It's way too rich, though. It's way too much. Especially when we need desperate help at pass rush as well. And we get a round 1 guy in Charlie Richardson. Because we have a lot of draft capital, though, I might try and do this top 5 guy as well. He doesn't look too great, but you never really know by just scouting these. Ooh, we have a really good tight end scouted down the board. This was my 2-star scout, Josh Castro, round 1 talent. Perfect. Ooh, day 3 tackle, round 1 to 2. Okay. This left tackle is projected to go number 2. I just don't think we could do that. Escobar's round 1 true talent. If he was top 5, there was some life there, but probably not now. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Josh Caldwell, round 1 true talent. Way down the board. And I must have lost my mind because I did not see Charlie Richardson in the draft, in the mock draft. It's pick 16, now he's gone. That was supposed to be my guy here. That was poor. That was very, very poor. We're gonna go with Andy Boston then. Looks like the best available pass rushers out of the top guys here. 6'4", out of Oklahoma. Number 33 in the class, so a little bit of a reach. However, is the upside there? Absolutely not. Normal dev. Wait, I'm the one that can't make a trade because we're minus 50 mil. You know what? We're just gonna stick and pick here at 32 then. Victor Torrance gonna be my choice. Marvin's not getting any younger. This dude is a speed demon with elite acceleration, change of direction, and speed there. And hopefully can be the future of our wide receiver room. Number 30 in the class there. Hidden development trait with crazy attributes. Let's go with the tackle first because he's probably the guy I want the most. And it's not a position you see every day down here. 48 in the class there. Hidden dev. Potentially the the future... What am I trying to say? The future blindside protector of our team. Goodness me, now we're going to go with Josh Castro, the tight end prospect out of Michigan. The future replacement for Trey McBride. Now we're building for the future. A+ draft grade here, number 17 in the class. Ooh. We could have had that dude last year. That was a superstar, bro. And I believe he is Josh Caldwell, still available to us. Round 1 true talent. Florida State cornerback, 23 years old. Number 9 in the class, so a top 10 talent. And hidden dev as well. Wow. 75 for Andy Boston. 75. This guy was hidden, right? Goodness. 75 for him, though. Torrance as well. 74 for McDaniel. 77 for Castro. 79 for Josh Caldwell, though. The later the draft went on, the better I got at drafting players. Kind of odd. 82 overall for the top 2 players in the class there. Feliz, a good right guard as well. Year 8 and Colvin's pussy still hurts. What is wrong with him, bro? But up to a 95 overall. You gotta love that. We are 3-peat Super Bowl winners. This offense stays the same. What can I change? What can I do to make it better? Nothing. Defensively, we've been amazing as well. We did sign Rhodes. We got Caldwell now here as well. I might look to move Peter Woods. The money is getting a little tight. Okay. I don't have money. Like, to even do anything. Whatever, then. I am actually going to start Desmond King, though. We're going to make him our defensive tackle number 2. That's our guy. We want to build around him. Luckily for us, we did sign Willie White in the offseason because Andy Boston is not it. Go ahead and make Josh Caldwell our number 2 right away. I think Stewart went up to X Factor, if I'm not mistaken. Hale ended up only being a star. In terms of expiring deals this year, we have a Lilly, Peter Woods, Darian Preston, Garrison Colvin. Did nobody sign Tomlinson? So I just got him back on attack. That's probably why I have no money then. Into week 8, and your boys are back on track. 6-1 this time in the regular season. This has the potential to be a chaotic offseason, to say the very least. So Charlie Woods, you're number 1. Safety, Jason Chamberlain out of Ohio State. And then lastly, Monty Clark, 21-year-old middle linebacker prospect. By the way, we are 10-1. We're hooping. 15 15-2 once again. It's another bye week for us. We have built a true juggernaut of a team. This is a dynasty for sure. I mean, after the three-peat, absolutely. Carson Beck, 33 touchdowns to 1 interceptions, 4,591 yards as well. This got to be MVP. With the 15-2 record, it has to be MVP. Jeremiyah Love back to his best, 11 touchdowns, 5 a carry, 1,400 yards. But look at Madison Hendricks with 15 touchdowns. He vultured so many. Jeremiyah Love fantasy owners are distraught right now. Marv, another great season for him. He is now 31 years old, still going strong though. His contract may be out. I kind of want him to be a lifer though. Kind of want him to be like Fitz a little bit. Darian Preston, 16 touchdowns, just the same amount of yardage there as Marvin Harrison Jr. Trey McBride, really good once more. Logan Jupin again leads the way for tackles made pretty much every single season for him. 19 TFLs for Peter Woods, 17 for Keegan Lindley there, who also gets 12.5 sacks. He had a really good season in a more elevated role this season. Willie White, almost 10 and 10 there. 8 sacks for Desmond King from the interior as well. Not bad at all. Ton of interceptions this season. 6 from Royals and Will Johnson there. 4 from Brandon Stewart and 2 from Sal Hale. We also are number 3 already in the legacy leaderboard. So we have lapped a ton of elite Hall of Fame coaches already. And what? We still got like 11, 12 more years to go. This could be, we're shooting for that number 1 spot. The New York Giants we have here in round number 2. In the divisional round, they go 10 and 7. We beat them 31-14. Now in the conference championship, the 11 and 6 New Orleans Saints, 88 overall team. I mean, we're kind of unstoppable right now, if I'm being honest with you. We are kind of unstoppable. I mean, what is going on? What is going on? This might go down as the most successful rebuild I have ever had, and it's going to be the 2 1 seeds clashing. Carson Beck finished number 3 in the MVP race. I mean, are you kidding me? Patrick Greer, bro. Okay, he had a pretty freaking sick season, I'm not gonna lie. We were 15-2 though. And you know what? Your coach has been lapped. Development traits, if any. Preston goes up to Superstar X Factor. Where is Lily? Is he holding out? Oh, that's crazy. Is he actually holding out? Logan went up to X Factor there. Caldwell ended up only being a star development. That is unfortunate. Why is Desmond King down here? I don't know. Hold up. Are you? Oh my God. Look at everybody that needs a contract. Can I negotiate with you? I don't have cap space. He's holding out until no deal. We just went that whole season without Jared Lilly. This offseason might be an absolute mess. I'm not gonna lie with you. Let's skim through the Patriots team. Drake May obviously still going strong. My boy Segons. Tony Tatum there. Another good Tatum in that area. Gabe Jukis. Jakos? I have no idea how to pronounce that name. He's really good though. Walter Nolan, longtime Arizona Cardinal, of course. Nick Richardson, Trent Smith, Sam Laporta's now over here as well. They got a lot of high-rated players. But let's be real. Have they ever played a team like the one they're about to see? 96 overall roster we have built now. By the way, it is raining here in Hard Rock in mid-February. We are down 10-0. Get back on the board with the touchdown of ourselves. End of the first half, we take the lead. We always start a little slow. 21-10 now. 21-13 in the middle of the third. 28-13. Fourth quarter on its way. And we have an 18-point lead, a 21-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. That is game. We are, for the first time in NFL history, back to back to back to back Super Bowl winners. A feat that has rarely ever happened in any sport to four-peat. I don't really know what's going on, but we're genuinely unstoppable. That's even with Carson Beck throwing 3 interceptions that game. Luckily, Drake May went band for band with him. Jeremiyah Love was also really bad, but Madison Hendricks was phenomenal. 9.3 carry, found the end zone. Not much happened through the air, though. Proctor got the most receptions alongside Marv, who broke 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Actually, Preston had 119 and then 2 touchdowns. What a game from him. Maybe, just maybe, Super Bowl MVP right there. Proctor, Peter Woods, Desmond King, Willie White, Keegan Lindley. Everybody had a sack. Everybody ate. No sacks for the Patriots as well. Shout out to Brandon Stewart, Will Johnson, and DeAndre Rhodes. Might be the most insane rebuild I've ever done. Here are my schemes and playbooks, by the way. I think I changed these year 4, maybe year 5. I've never looked back. Ooh, no, this time it's going to be Brandon Stewart to win himself a Super Bowl MVP here. He has been here for 4 years, and he has won 4 Super Bowls. I mean, talk about franchise altering. How much is it going to take from us to get ahead of John Madden? We are scarily close already. Oh man, I am not excited to deal with all this. Does that say 3.6 million available salary cap? Wait, who is taking up so much money, bro? Carson, what did they give What is that? 81 mil? That was not me, was it? Maybe it could have been. I don't know. But we are in kind of a pickle now. We have a lot of money getting out. And Darian Preston wants a ludicrous amount of money. 31 mil average. 85.7 mil bonus, bro. Am I only going to be able to re-sign one player? Colvin's been great too. Out of everybody here though, I think I want back Darian Preston the most. I guess here we go though. In the first time this video, we are pretty much at a deadlock. I can't really do too much. We four-peated. I can't really complain. Turning the chapter is gonna have to happen eventually, and I think it's gonna be right now. I can't really do anything. We could franchise Lily here, but I want to franchise Proctor. I'm not sure if I sim one more week to free agency prep, if I'm gonna be able to get the option to. Like, where is it? Because like he declined our deal, cool, but like I want to tag him out of anybody here. Like he's the one guy I do want back. Just so much going on. We're gonna lose a ton of players this season, but that's the fun part. It's like round 2 of the rebuild here. Here we go. Is Stewart about to get paid? No. King extension. Willie White extension. Where is, like, how do I tag him? Brandon Stewart, I do think I'm just gonna let go though. We drafted Sal Hale to be the next guy up, and I'm kind of scared to go check out our team now. Let's see how we're doing after that offseason, after 4 Super Bowls in a row. Trey McBride is still here. We still got the core. Oh wait, this guy's a superstar. Well, okay, then there's your backup, but we did lose Marv and Darian Preston. The O-line is butchered. Burke is still here. Fano as well, but the 2 big guards both gone. Not bad. I think we're honestly kind of chilling here. Okay, Stewart's still here. He has 1 more year remaining. We're kind of chilling on this end. Team has no cap space to negotiate with Marvin Harrison Jr. Goodness, how did I even get in this predicament? I'm not sure. Remember, the CPU was also just handing out random contracts, though, that I never agreed to, so I don't know. Private workout time. We need receiver and offensive alignment bad. We have 0 wide receivers scouted. I'm going to do these 2. Just an absolute shot in the dark. We're also going to do Mateo Garcia, the center out of Wazoo. How are the draft picks though? We only have our draft picks. We won the Super Bowl. So that, oh, this is going to be tough. I'm kind of excited though, because that was a crazy stretch we've just been on. So let's rebuild the team up. Let's see if we can carry on this dynasty into a second phase. Mateo Garcia, round 1, projected 29 though, despite being round 2 to 3 projected. Please tell me one of the 2 receivers are good. If not both, they're both solid, and I'm happy with that. We only have our draft pick though. That is what's kind of tough here. I'm so used to having multiple draft picks every single season, and the year we need it most, we got none. I should have been looking out for this, you know, in previous drafts. Obviously, did I just sim the draft? I just simmed the draft. I just simmed the entire draft. What in the world? They drafted a running back. Oh my god. Oh my god. You better be hidden, bro. Nah, what did the CPU cook up, bro? Oh man. Are you crazy? Hidden at least, but oh my goodness. That is the last position we need, genuinely. The wide receivers, though. The wide receivers are what I wanted. Damon Parker was one of them. Hidden. Don't do it. Do not do it to me. Star, okay. Still, though, he'd be a starter. Hidden development as well. He's only a star 2. Bro, we needed offensive line help so bad as well. Like, so bad. And I don't know if the CPU drafted me 1. Team looks a little different here in year number 9. One of these running backs has to get traded because the CPU drafted me an awesome RB3. Ooh, I kind of forgot we have McDaniels. We could slide him inside the left guard so he can start playing. Wait, what is going on? Where are my players? Yep, holding out until a new deal gets done. Stewart holding out until a new deal gets done. McBride, where's the loyalty? Holding out until a new deal gets done. Holding out until... I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm cool with this. It looks like we've given up a lot, I know, but it's 2 forwards, the 5th and a 6th, whatever. Backup quarterback, and then Madison Hendricks, our 90 overall. RB2 is going to Buffalo, getting Green back an 82 overall. I think he's 24 years old. Superstar dev as well, guard, so exactly what we need. Get a 2nd this year as well. But okay, after negotiating with Royals, I think we got a deal done with him. So he's going to be back for another 3 years. But now, do I have the money to literally do anything else? Yearly salary is not even an option. It's not even an option. Decline, but I want them to play so they don't hold out. Look at this though. Like they put it at 87 mil, and then to go down after you have to scroll all the way down. Now, obviously you don't gotta go all the way, but like I want them to just decline. Bro, this is a mess. This is such a mess. I did not want to do that. How much money are you making now? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's no way I just did that. Why would it start there? Oh my god. Bro, it legit says Spencer Fano 81.3 mil. Like, no. McBride just ran out of patience, so now he's just holding out. Bro, this is so frustrating. What is going on? Royals has a no trade clause too now. Sick. I didn't even notice that. All right, I needed a whole day to really process everything, but I think we've come to the realization we gotta reset here. The team's getting up there. I know we just four-peated, but with the way things are going, the contracts that I've accidentally given out and whatnot, I think it's a pretty good time to reset as well. We're almost at that year 10 mark as well, so the second half of this rebuild. We're starting off with Trey McBride, though, as sad as it is. He is 34 now. Still managed to get ourselves a first-round pick, though, from the Jets. Our guy Double R here is 30 years old. I'm not sure why I just gave him that contract. And I think we got Brandon Stewart back as well for 2 more seasons. Not too bad. He's only 27 years old. Has never not won a Super Bowl as a part of us. But I think after getting that all situated, I'm pretty content with the team. Now, it's not the juggernaut dynasty team we've been in the past, right? The receiver room is severely lacking. We still have Beck, though. We still have Love. We still have a really good old line. McBride gone now, too. Castro's got to take over. Defensively, and I mean, it's good that we got everybody back and playing once again, so I'm happy about that. I'm actually going to make Hale our starting free safety there because he's an 84 overall. This defense, we did lose pieces, but it's still not a bad unit. And obviously, it is, I believe, year number 9 now. We've won a ton of Super Bowls. We're probably going to start speeding things up from here on out. Because I'm not going to lie, I want to get this video done as soon as possible. But those first 8 years took a long time. So, end of the regular season now. And dude, we still dominated. 13-4. Luckily, unluckily for us, it's number 2 seed. The Giants finished 14-3. It's actually insane the amount of turnover we just had in that offseason to still finish with 13 wins. They're 12th in offense. The defense still a top unit. Beck, obviously the numbers regressed a little bit, but still really good. Over 4,000, 25 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. Was a little inaccurate, but you could apply that to no chemistry with his new receivers, the whole room. However, look at the run game. Jeremiyah Love, maybe his best season for us yet. Almost 1,500 yards, 5.5 a carry, 16 touchdowns for him, 16 touchdowns for Rich Porter, the Yukon prospect, just to start Dev, though, sadly. After all my mishaps last season, that might have been the worst one. Just skipping out on the entire draft. That was crazy. Torrance, really good as the new wide receiver 1 here. Almost 1,300 yards for him, 11 touchdowns, over 1K for Sterling Neo, 888 for the new tight end 1, Josh Castro. Defensively, Logan's still going strong, 133, 21. TFLs for Desmond King, 16 for Proctor, 15 for Willie White, who also led the way for sacks, 13.5, 12.5 for Keegan Lindley there, 9 for Desmond King, not bad, 4 picks for Will Johnson, 3 for Stewart, 2 for Double R. This team is still rolling somehow, some way, I'm not sure. We got the 8 and 9 Minnesota Vikings in round 1. Now we have the 8 and 9 Chicago Bears. What is going on in the NFC North? I'm not too sure. And that, ladies and gents, is our first loss in the postseason in the last 5 years, I believe. That is insane. The Bears take us down 21-31. However, it's the Eagles, who I'm sure are delighted to not play us in the postseason. It kind of reminds me of like the late 2010 Rockets always having to play the Warriors every single season. The Eagles made it all the way finally, get themselves another one, 31-14, beating the Texans. Ty Simpson, Super Bowl MVP for them. Check out some quick development traits here. Do not believe we got anything on offense. Sadly, maybe a Castro, maybe even a Neal, who enjoyed a pretty solid season. I like what I see a lot in Sao Hale going up to superstar in his first full season as a starter. And it seems like for contracts, we have our center, and then Logan Jupin needs a franchise tag potentially as well. I was editing this video earlier, and I noticed on the right side the money of the 5th-year options. 42.2 mil to pick up a 5th-year option for a center. I mean, what is going on with the contracts in this game, bro? Let's give Logan Jupin the good old non-exclusive franchise tag, and then I think I am gonna accept this. I mean, we don't really have an option. We barely have money anyway. I gotta still fill out other positions in the draft time, I'm just gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna let the CPU handle it, to be honest with you. Luckily, there has been a lot of news coming out of other content creators, RBT, Bangle, complaining about this contract system and everything going on too, because I felt really dumb in that first half of the video. It was my first time on the just franchise mode in general, my first rebuild of Madden 27, and I was just so confused with what was going on. So it's glad to see it's a universal thing, and you guys are probably experiencing it as well. Okay, dude, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I offered this guy a deal. It was, I don't even know, it was probably horrible. It was only 1 year, thankfully, but now at the bottom it says withdraw offer, double tap X, right? It does the refresh thing, and now I try to offer him a new deal or do whatever I want. I can't do anything. Will Johnson's down for agency. Shout out to him though. What a tenure, what a career he has had a part of the Arizona Cardinals. The team has no cap space to negotiate with anybody because I withdrew that offer and it doesn't matter. Like it says targeted here, bro. I don't want him. I don't want him. Goodness me. Let's go ahead and advance 1 hour. He's gonna accept because I gave him 86. Oh my goodness, man. At least it's only 1 year, thank goodness. And it looks like our guy Logan has signed for the Niners inner division as well. Looks like a 3-year, $39 million deal though. We're gonna go ahead and decline it. What were the Niners this season? They were 4-13. Does that mean we get their draft picks? San Francisco. Didn't think we'd become best friends as a part of the Arizona Cardinals here. They just gave us the number 3 overall pick for a middle linebacker who's like 29 years old. It is insane, but that truly just jump-started phase 2 of this dynasty. I'm tempted to move on from either Beck, maybe even Jeremiyah Love. Like, just do a hard reset, you know what I'm saying? Negative 90 mil, man. I mean, my goodness. I did throw a power workout on the quarterback just to see. Round 1 to 2, he's okay. There is a top-notch wide receiver, though, who we could actually get now with the number 3 overall pick. I also did a tight end, and he looks awesome. Jonathan McConnell. Tell you what, this running back right here, Jordan Valdez, kind of looks like the real deal. I'm gonna throw one on him. We low-key need corner now, too, because we lost our guy Dakota Moss. We lost Will Johnson as well. It is not looking great out in the secondary. This guy actually looks all right for a late selection. And then linebacker, please. We're gonna throw one on Jaden Brown, who just got moved to Philly. I don't know why I said he just did. That was like last month. I don't know. I didn't know what to say there, okay? Terrence Trapp will be available at number 3. If we want to take him, we could take him. F deep route running, but that's okay. Wish I didn't give that wide receiver 90 mil in the offseason, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. Jordan Valdez, true round 1 talent. Going a little early, though, at 21. Actually, we're number 20. I wouldn't hate it. I really wouldn't. Is all the way down the... Oh, my goodness. Sean Reed, oh my goodness, top 5 talent, projected day 3. We also have 27. I have 3 first-round picks and then 2 seconds as well, one of them being pretty solid at 45 there. We are loaded this year. Bro, what did the CPU do? Okay, well, Jeremiyah Love's on a 20-year contract as a 30-year-old running back. What in the world? I mean, dude, this guy's playing up to an 85 overall already. He might be the next guy up. Because I was just contemplating, obviously, if we want to take that running back at number 20. I don't think it's really necessary. We got bigger things to figure out. However, at pick number 3, though, it's going to be none other than Terrence Trapp. His top fits is the San Francisco 49ers. And shout out to him for allowing me to have this selection here. The playmaker archetype out of Wisconsin. 23 years old, so a little bit older, but he's a hell of an athlete. He's a true top 5 guy, and he's the new wide receiver of the... I was gonna say the new wide receiver 1, but we just signed that other dude, so guess not. But he's the one for the future. He's the guy that we are investing in. He is a special blue chip prospect. This dude looks kind of special. At left tackle as well, Phomv on his last year. Thankfully, we don't gotta pay him 80 mil anymore. This might be the successor after he goes. 22 years old, left tackle out of Iowa State, 6'8" as well. Number 18 in the class. There's solid value B draft grade they gave us. Hidden dev, though, means there's something there. Now, there was also a right guard that looked really good. I think it was Nate Tillman. And Mitch Parker, the weak side linebacker out of Tennessee, is going to be my final selection of the first round. We desperately need help at linebacker. This guy may be a little bit of a project, but looks like he's got all the athleticism in the world. Number 40 in the class, so a little bit of a reach there. but he might be the best linebacker we have on the team already. And with both of our selections in round 2, we're not gonna mess around at all. We're gonna go ahead and get the guys that we have scouted. Sean Reed's number 1 though, the Stanford DB top 5 true talent gem that we got scouted all the way down the board. He's the number 4 ranked player in the class. We get him all the way down at 45. Another hidden dev, and if I'm not mistaken, Royals was drafted pretty late as well, so maybe this is the replacement for him down the line. And now at the tail end of round 2, the tight end should still be available, and he is Jonathan Mikado here out of UCF, the vert threat round 1 guy, elite agility, jumping, speed. Looks like he ticks all the boxes. Trey McBride is now gone, remember, traded in the offseason to the New York Jets. Mikado is next up. And could we end this draft with one last banger? We might, because Rob Snowden looks pretty solid. B awareness, B power moves, B finesse moves. Maybe the ceiling ain't as crazy as other talents, but the floor is there. He's going to play a pivotal role on the defensive tackle position. 135 in the class, a little low. Last pick of the class is the one we missed on. That's fine. We hit on everything else. 86 speed, by the way. Actually, I still would like another linebacker, so I'm here in round 4. Al Flanagan's going to be the guy out of the Ohio State. Hey, take a player from the Ohio State defense. You cannot go wrong. Number 54 in the class. Not bad at all. Ooh, I'm glad I stuck around for one more pick. That, my friends, was an uber successful draft class, if you ask me, because we got a 79 overall wide receiver. We got a 75 left tackle of the future, 74 for Mitch Parker, 78 for the corner in round 2. There were 76 for Mikado, the new tight end 1 potentially. Al Flanagan, 73 as well. That was an awesome draft class. I also see Harvey Posey went number 5, 86 overall. Generational talent. Here's the right guard I was talking about. That also looked really good. 81 overall. Man, I decided to go with the tackle instead as well. It was either or. And this guy looks like a great player. Hopefully that tackle is good too. Officially now into year 10, halfway through the video. If you made it here, appreciate you for watching still. Make sure to like the video as well, because blood, sweat, and tears have been put into this video. A 20-year rebuild on Madden 27 is not for the weak, but seriously, appreciate you for still watching. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. We're an 89 overall team. Terrence Trapp is now here. We're immediately making him our number 2. We got Torrance. We signed Beatty to the most ludicrous deal of all time. Machado, I'm going to go ahead and make our starter right away in the offense. Looks like he can contend. Defensively, I'm very excited to see what Sean Reed's development trade is, as well as these linebackers, because we need him to pretty much carry the load. There were the main guys there already. Ooh, 3 quarterbacks inside the top 5 there. I might have to. We might have to. And end of the year 10 regular season, we end up going 11-6, win the division once more, and are hosting the Lions in the wild card round. Seemed like we put up some pretty solid numbers as a whole, though. Number top 3 for offensive yards, top 5 for defense there. Carson Beck back to his best with some actual receiving talent now, almost 5,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Here's the thing though, this may just be his final season for us. If he's on the last year of his deal, if it is, what a player he's been for us, bro. Who would have thought? Jeremiyah Love, once again, was pretty good. He's starting to regress a little bit as well over the age of 30, though. Alion, Beatty, I don't know. 15 touchdowns for him. Almost 1,700 yards. Would have been a travesty if we were to bench him. That just would not have been the right move. Victor Torrance, really good as a number 2 as well. Jonathan Machado, superstar dev, will take that. He was pretty solid, though. And then Trapp, really? Oh man, that was the guy I thought could be X Factor potentially. TFL's Desmond King has been an absolute revelation at the defensive tackle position. Keegan Lindley really good again. Caleb Proctor has been as consistent as ever this entire video. 15 plus sacks there for Keegan Lindley. Willie White into the double digits as well. Desmond King, 8.5, I think that was. I already don't remember. Sal Hale, 4 picks, 3 picks for Caldwell, 2 for Royals. Sean Reed, only a star as well. That is pain. So both of our top 5 guys we got in the draft, only being a star is kind of tough. Beat the Lions there 20-5. Weird scoreline, I know. And look who we play now, the Eagles. We are the last team they want to see. This ain't a rivalry. We always kick their ass. They beat us 37-20, and that's back-to-back years we were knocked out in the divisional round. Oi, Mitch Parker, new ability unlocked. That means he's a superstar? Did he go up to super? He did. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Mitch Parker, the weak side linebacker we drafted. Superstar dev, come on. Carson Beck not finishing with 1 MVP throughout this video is an absolute disgrace. Development traits, nothing on offense by the looks of it. See if we started Trap, maybe he went crazy. Maybe he goes up to superstar. Who knows? Defensively, Caldwell up to superstar. Mitch Parker, we saw a superstar. I also see Sal Hale up to X Factor. He has been great ever since the getting the starting job. And in one of the worst Super Bowls of all time, the Eagles beat the Dolphins 12-7. Kaysen Burton, Super Bowl MVP. If we lost a Super Bowl like that, bro, I would not even know what to say. But you know what? I would just be happy we won a playoff game for the first time in my lifetime. Oh my goodness. The absolute bust we drafted at right edge, 46 mil. Actually, let me make sure we decline it. We do have a 5th-year option for our guy Torrance, the receiver. I am gonna pick that up. I think it was about 40 mil, which sounds crazy. Franchise tag for our kicker. I don't think we could do that. How much would it be? 13 mil. I mean, he is a 96 overall. Tell you what, we're gonna non-exclusive franchise tag him. I don't get what the downside of not doing that is. Oi, and okay, Caleb Proctor and Raphael Royals have both retired. Royals, low-key, his contract was kind of crazy, so I'm kind of glad he's off the books now. But 2 absolute cornerstones of our defense that have both been here from pretty much the very beginning of the video. Shout out to Proctor and our guy Double R. But as you may have noticed, Carson Beck is now a free agent, 34 years old now, still an X Factor, but 82 overall. He's kind of getting killed in his progression there. I'm not really sure why, because he's still putting up amazing numbers. He is still good. 34 years old is not terribly old for a QB either, but hell of a run that it's been though. I mean, absolute Hall of Fame numbers he put up. We 4-peated him with him as the QB1 throughout the entire time. I mean, who would have thought that he would be the guy 10 years into this rebuild? I thought I was going to have to go a different direction in year number 1, but he proved us wrong every single year. So maybe need some O-line help. We lost Sal Hale? I didn't even realize, bro. What? I just want to check our draft pick first. The Niners were bad again. Oh my goodness. They just gave us the biggest blessing of the video. A top 6 pick once again here. That's the only extra pick we have, though, this whole draft. Well, the safety was not good, so I'm going to put in an offer here for Matt Ridgway. For just 2 years. Wouldn't mind that at all. He's actually quite interested as well. Sell the current. That was as simple as it gets. Thank you. Can we have more of that? We're going to try to get Shador Sanders as our mentor QB because mentors don't get much better than this. All right, bro. All right, bro. I'm so confused, bro. I'm looking at my signings and all here, and it's just Matt Ridgway, but we got Shador as well. He's just not popping up. I don't know. Did I get the cornerback I wanted? I think I just disgustingly overpaid for a cornerback as well. Yep, and he joins us. He's on 25 mil a year. It's only 1 year, thankfully. We are extremely thin at defensive tackle, low-key, with Caleb Proctor retiring now, and I'm going to put one on Martin Kilgore here. Number 2 on Darren Hill, the left guard out of Oklahoma State. Some more really good-looking corners in the class. Darren Tucker projected day 3. He's our last one. Pritchett is projected to go number 1 in the class, the top 5 projected guy. Probably a little too rich for us. We do want the quarterback. There's this guy going at 5, another one going at 7. We're pick number 6. And then the other corner we got another one. We got the brain. We got the scouting eyes for DBs, but everything else has been kind of trouble. Tell you what, I think I actually like the second quarterback a little bit better here. Jalen Andrews looks quite good. He fits the mold. A deep, A medium accuracy, B short as well, B awareness, not bad. And he's only 21 years old. Out of Michigan as well, we know what happened with the last young quarterback to come out of Michigan. He worked out wonders. Can he live up to the sky-high expectations, though, of our team? Of Carson Beck and what he did for this franchise as a whole and for the league as a whole. I mean, one of the best quarterbacks of all time now. Jalen Andrews, you got a lot of things you're gonna have to do to keep up with those expectations, but we believe in you. We're gonna build a great squad around you. Number 26 in the class there, but you know what they say, you gotta reach for your QB1 hidden dev trait. That's all I need to see. He's QB1 day 1 at 21 years old. Man, I'm in a weird spot here with our pick at the end of round 1. This left tackle looks pretty solid. O-line is kind of a position of need. This defensive tackle, though, just looks otherworldly, and I know we have a ton of talent scouted in this draft later on that we can get in similar positions, but I mean, come on. Elite, good, elite, great there. And these stats fit the mold too. This guy just might be best player available and too good to turn down at this point. He was a top 5 true talent in the class. Well, A+ draft grade there. Hidden dev. I think we made the good decision. Darren Tucker, hello. Darren Tucker, hello. Back-to-back years with a top 5 cornerback scouted out who was a day 3 projection. Darren Tucker, welcome to the room. Elite speed and acceleration there. The number 1 player in the entire class. Speed burner. Darren Tucker. What have we just found? Darren Tucker, bro. Remember name. Okay, all of these guys are still here. I know we were looking at those defensive linemen, but Matt Hitchens Might be my pick here is center. Looks really good. Elite acceleration. No. Agility, change of direction, good in all other aspects. We need O-line help as well. Matt Hitchens, I'm sending it. We're gambling with him. 51 in class, not bad at all. Bang. Hidden dev, another good talent. Boy, there is a left tackle available, undrafted. We've seen this twice before. They always end up looking a little special, so I might put in a big offer. Remember though, we have a ton of money now with all the people that either retired, maybe left our team as well, so I feel comfortable. I feel fine with giving him this big of a deal. You gotta be interested in that. Let's go ahead and sim the first week of the frenzy, and he's here, he's hidden, and our O-line looks fine. That dude looks awesome, bro. 6'7" as well, 75 for the new QB1. He looks really good. Let's go ahead and check out his numbers though. 94 throw power, accuracy, all good. Awareness a little low still, but he's only 21 years old, so kind of to be expected there. Pretty solid athlete as well. It's all up to that dev trait though, but nonetheless, he should be able to ball out with our team, with our system, with the weapons and O-line around him. Dominic Robertson. 78 overall, 80 for Darren Tucker. When I saw number 1, I was hoping for 85, 86 overall. We'll still take an 80 though. Hitchens ended up being a 73 too. What a draft class once again from us. A really good tight end went number 18 there, Darren Tucker, of course. I would just like to check out the other quarterback that went. Jonathan Goddard, also hidden dev, same overall as our guy, despite him, I think, being a round 1-2 talent, and our guy was round 1-2, so that's kind of misleading if you ask me. He's only a star. I'm taking Jalen Andrews all day long. We got ourselves a Bamba here to start off year number 11. Brandon Stewart is being traded. I believe we traded for him. Now we're trading him away at the age of 29. His value is not going to be any higher. We get 2 first-round selections from the Raiders there. He was holding out because he wanted a new deal. I wasn't complying with it, so we're sending him away. I also just tried to negotiate with Josh Caldwell, but he's ran out of patience. This game is something, bro. I swear. 87 overall we are now. Let's go ahead and start the new franchise guy, Jalen Andrews as well. Let's make Machado the tight end one, of course. We moved Wilkins out to right tackle, Quincy Johnson out to right guard, his natural position. Hitchens going to be playing at center for us. Caldwell's not here, and we traded Brandon Stewart away, so our DB room, our secondary as a whole, is not looking too strong. We're going to go ahead and start Tucker, I guess. We really need Caldwell, bro. Jeremiyah Love is also regressing, and regressing really fast, down to a 95 without the morale. He is 31 years old now. Is there a world we trade him away potentially and try to get something in return? Holy blockbuster. Jeremiyah Love is gone. He has been incredible for us this whole video, our RB1, this entire video, and definitely lived up, if not succeeded, expectations. We're trading him away now, though. The value's still there. We got to get off the books. Caldwell gone. He was holding out anyway. 2 forts. We get this backup cornerback who's star dev. Cool. We get a first this year, a first next year, and a second next season as well. So stacking up on the draft capital. The team is officially overhauled from that chapter, from that phase, down to an 85 now. It might have been a little harsh to take away Jeremiyah Love from our rookie QB, but hopefully he can still stand up. Safe to say we're struggling a little bit here in this new era. 3-4 at the midseason mark. However, dev traits, superstar for Jalen Andrews. Wilkins, superstar as well. So we got a tackle, we got a franchise tackle, and a franchise quarterback in that draft. I'm happy. Tucker, only a star though. That's fine. I'll take the other 2. And we struggled to keep our feet up with the new transition. Obviously, no Beck, no Jeremiyah Love, and a ton of other players. We end up going 6-11, the lowest amount of wins we've had, maybe since year number 1. Let's see how the Rook did in general, though. We were 15th in the league in offensive yardage there. Jalen Andrews, over 4,000 yards, which is nice. 25 touchdowns. Did just throw a little too many interceptions, though, with 16 there. You could have counted that to the age, the lack of awareness. However, the run game was not an issue. By the way, Terrence Trapp averaged 70 yards a carry. Shout out to him. Rich Porter was awesome though. 12 tuds, almost 5 a carry, just shy of 1,400 yards. The tandem of Torrance and Trapp were both great. Both put up like the same numbers pretty much. 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns for them. Mikado at tight end, solid as well. Don't really have a wide receiver 3. Defensively, how'd we look over here? TFL's 24 for the rookie Dominic Robertson. Love to see that. 23 for Lindley, 21 for Desmond King. And the sack numbers, nobody in the double digits there. We were led by 9 from Willie White, 8.5 from Lindley, 7.5 for Keegan Lindley there. And the interception numbers were quite scarce as well. Definitely a down season for us there, but it was to be expected, right? We can't expect miracles every single time as Joshua Blade wins MVP. All I want though is Rookie of the Year. which goes to Ethan North of the Saints. Andrews number 2. Ooh, but Robertson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'll take that. And hopefully he can at least go up to Superstar. Andrews luckily already was for us, so shout out to him. Porter, deservedly so, up to Superstar Dev as well. Offensive line, his offense, 6 Superstars, can't really complain. Robertson now up to that mark as well. Nothing else on defense though. I think Van Buren went up. We don't really care though. And we had a rematch here of what, 2020, 2021. The Chiefs this time though come away victorious, 25-22, beating the Buccaneers. And Matthew Stafford's son is now a Super Bowl MVP. I know he has like $4 or $5, but one came out eventually. He would be like 10 years old though. I don't really know where I'm going with this. 5th year option for the new star running back Rich Porter there for 24 mil. We are going to go ahead and pick that up. But I think other than that, we're kind of going to go into free agency with a clean slate here. We do have Ridgeway and Porter lined up for an extension. Porter more so I'm interested in. We're going to go ahead and delegate it though. And okay, we lost like our entire offensive line. I delegated Quincy Johnson to the GM and he just didn't do anything, I guess. This just glitched out. I've been trying to sign players for so long. Did I get anybody? I was in for Bain. He declined. I put in a massive offer for Quincy Johnson back. I think I just went 0 for 4. I was sitting here doing contracts for so long, bro. Oh wait, we did get this dude who was a hidden dev that I found down the board. Dude, why didn't it pop up, bro? We got Quan Youngblood, 90 overall right guard. Okay, though, this is going to be a big draft. We have pick number 7 of our own, 20 from Vegas, 30 from New York. Those teams were quite good. Unfortunately, we have 2 top 5 pass rushers, and I low-key need them both. I don't know how I'm gonna trade it. We do have an abundance of draft capital though, so we might be able to do something. Also, this was a stacked running back class. We have a dude later on, round 1 to 2. Love that. Ooh, round 1 in Kadeem Hunter, who I threw one of my prior workouts on mid-season. Brandon Whitfield, strong safety out of Washington here. Very, very important draft here though. In year number 11, top 5 dudes going number 2, as well as number 4 there. So 2 and 4. We're sitting here at 7. Whitfield's top 5 as well. Whoa. We have 3 top 5 talents scouted on this board. Okay. And remember, we have 3 first rounders. We also have 3 first rounders next year, as well as 2 seconds. So we can trade up if I wanted to. I mean, hopefully it's still probably super expensive though. Unfortunately, the left tackle, disgusting. I know. A lot has been given up. We're giving away number 20 and number 30 this year. So I did keep my pick on number 7. Next year's 1st and 3rd as well. And a 5th rounder this season. We're jumping up to number 2. With Baltimore for our guy, and that was Jordan Chapman. All right, out of TCU, we're gonna take him at number 2. We gave up an absolute premium, and he ends up being number 2 in the class. And that safety that we saved number 7 for is number 1 in the class. So Jordan Chapman, welcome to the team. We've been needing that blue chip prospect at pass rush. They're so hard to come by. So the fact we saw a top 5 dude, had to send it all. And we managed to stay at number 7 because our guy Brandon Whitfield is on the board. UW might be DB University in terms of safeties and corners in the secondary as a whole. Brandon Whitfield is just adding to that name of Trent McDuffie, a Buda Baker, a whoever else. Number 4 in the class. I was hoping he'd be number 1 though. I'm not gonna lie and be generational. One of those crazy prospects. Still though, really good. Never mind. That made it easy. Kadeem Hunter still left on the board. The true round 1 talent at right guard out of Wisconsin. Just 22 years old. Number 12 in the class. Another A+ draft selection for us. And once again, another hidden dev. And then with pretty much our last pick of the draft, all the dudes we wanted are gone. That is painful. The running back was here. There was somebody else too. There's actually another good looking player out of Wisconsin here. Monte Sapp, the free safety, 22 years old. Has a pretty decent ratings there with a B zone coverage, C tackling as well. Gonna be not bad value. Number 20 in the class. Only normal dev, but there might be something there in the future with him. 280 overall players in the same draft class. You'll love to see it, as well as a 78 in Kadeem Hunter, 76 for Monte Sapp. Not bad at all. I do want to compare our dude, though, Jordan Chapman, with Ramon Worrell. They were the same overall at an 80. Both gonna be hidden development as well. Ramon Worrell, superstar dev. Our guys gotta either match that or be better, please. Trading Josh Castro away, just not really utilizing him at all as a backup tight end. Giving away 2040, 3rd round pick. We get a 1st next season. From New England, if you didn't catch that, it is now year number 12, I believe. We're up to an 86 overall, and for the first time in a long time, we didn't make the postseason last year. Torrance is holding out until he gets a better deal. We'll offer him this for 4 years. He's mildly interested. Bro, he's literally almost out of patience already. I did one thing. Raise his bonus to, he's out of, bro, what is that, man? And now we can't use him. Oh my god. Might be the dumbest thing they've added onto this game. I get it every once in a while, but it's like multiple players every single season, bro. Well, not too sure what we're gonna do about that now, but that hurts the offense significantly. Defensively though, I'm excited to see what our guy Chapman is about. We're actually gonna make Van Buren the number 3 there because I want Tucker and Sean Reed to play as much as possible. Whitfield obviously getting the starting nod instantly as well. Okay, wait, I'm into week 1 now. Victor Torrance is actually back with a new contract negotiation. 98%, we're just about there. Make the case again. 100, Victor Torrance is back. Almost 30 mil a year though, but we needed him back, no doubt. That's wide receiver 1 right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the playoffs, not hosting a game that we're playing the Bears here in the wildcard round in Chicago. Not bad at all though, and Jalen Andrews just led the league in yards and touchdowns. Their offense was top 3. The defense is what was actually lacking. By the way, we are number 1 on the legacy leaderboard now, and a breakout season has occurred. Jalen Andrews, 5,200 yards, 38 touchdowns, and he cut down the interceptions by 10 with only 6 this year. Playing up to a 94 now with Brown. He is just 22 years old. That is unheard of at quarterback. Rich Porter was a little disappointing, but a lot of the yards, a lot of the offense went through the air. As you can see here, 1,100 plus yard receivers. Thank goodness Victor Torrance and us came to an agreement on his contract. 1,500 yards for him, 14 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns for Machado and Trapp there as they both get monstrous yards as well. Even Kemp as the 4th option, 718. The offense cooked. The defense a little lacking this season though. Only 25 or 25 is great, but other than that, not too much else in terms of defensive tackles. But shout out to our guy Roberson and Chapman with 11 sacks. But only star dev. Wow, only star dev. We traded up all that for just an okay pass rusher. That hurts. 9.5 for Roberson, 7 for Boston. Hopefully this season was good enough though to maybe warrant a dev trade. That is pain. The other dude ended up being superstar win at pick number 4 as well, so wouldn't have been that expensive, that much, or as expensive as this one. I'm trying to say we beat the Bears though. 37-13. Now have the Buccaneers in the divisional. They go 12-5. And the divisional round has been kind of the wall in our way lately. We have not been able to get past that mark. Oh, my favorite thing to see though, no ability unlocked, and it's Jordan Chapman himself, the pass rusher who won Defensive Rookie of the Year. As we can go ahead and check out the rest of the team, Jalen Andrews, of course, up to an X Factor. Torrance, up to an X Factor. Kadeem Hunter ended up being superstar, by the way. Machado, up to X Factor. The offense, just like that, just give, you know, a year or two, we're back. We're back on top. Roberson, X Factor as well. Chapman now up. Whitfield may have been a superstar, may have been a star, who knows, but we're back. We're back in glory. And the Bucks, who beat us, win the Super Bowl in 2037. They beat the Colts there. Cool. Yearly awards. Carson Beck could never do it. Jalen Andrews in his sophomore season, the sophomore leap everybody was hoping for and praying for, and we got it. Because he won himself a league MVP. Potentially the youngest MVP winner in NFL history. I don't even know who this is. Why would I franchise tag you? You're a 76 overall. 5th-year option for Trapp. Dude, 72. Like, what? What are the 5th-year options on this game? We also have a 5th year for Lawrence here, our left tackle, 43 mil. Why do we have so many 5th-year options? 23 mil for Parker. I think I'm going to pick it up for Parker and Trapp there. Can I go and Trapp here? We're gonna leave the left tackle. I thought I signed this dude on a 1-year deal. Like, why is he still here? Brother, what in the world is this game? What are you doing? Why would you Actually, tell you what, everybody's so interested in Jose Wise. Sean Peters is down here with no interest, no teams at all. He's 29 years old. X Factor, though. We're gonna do a 1-year deal for him, bump down the money a little bit. And okay, we ended up getting Sean Peters. We got a nice backup running back as well. And then our OG kicker still available to us. Trading Van Buren to Pittsburgh here. We get a 4th rounder just this year, but next season, a 2nd and a 3rd. Pick 27 though, let's not waste no time. National Scout was still on pass rusher, and we got a pretty good one down the board here. True round 1 talent out of Toledo. We only got that dude we signed in for agency for a year, so this is the future replacement. The man of the hour, Trey Ruiz, top 13 in the... You know what, at pick 29, we're gonna gamble. Joshua Cordovo. The Wisconsin, I've drafted so many Wisconsin players lately. A Sam linebacker with elite physical ratings there. We're taking a bit of a hit here. Have I even drafted a Sam all video? That's why. At least he's hidden, but goodness me. I'm going to go with another linebacker offer. Tony Hoffman out of Notre Dame, B block, shed, tackle, zone coverage. Doesn't look too bad here. Back-to-back linebackers, back-to-back reaches, back-to-back hidden devs. And let's not mess around any longer with Nick Allen, the right guard out of Mizzou. 24 years old, a little bit older, but should be able to contribute right away on day one. Number 47 in the class there, pretty solid value. Another hidden dev. However, we have this safety down the board, Javier Guerrero, B zone, B tackle, 22 years old, Wazoo product as well. Doesn't look half bad, maybe as good as Eddie Guzman, top 15 player in the class I just found in round 4. Hidden dev as well. Okay, and that dude ended up being joint top highest rated player we drafted alongside Trey Ruiz, but he was only normal. Cordova we don't have to talk about, but there's something there. 73 for Hoffman, 74 for Nick Allen, 74 for this left tackle. The CPU drafted me, by the way. This was not me. Year number 13 now. We're back up to a 90 overall. The franchise guy is franchise guying, and he's got some X-Factor buddies alongside him too. Defensively, we look great here after the addition of Sean Peters, the defensive line. Top tier. Linebacker room, not even bad. Cordova's gonna get a shot here. We low-key are stacked at safety, so I might make a move for somebody. Now we're actually gonna keep it as it is. I am gonna move Guerrero though, maybe we just get rid of LaFleur. A 3rd round pick in 2040, which is next season. I'll take that. Boys, we are insane. We only lost 2 games because we didn't have to play in week 18 anymore, as you can see right there. 15-2 though. The My Team rankings just shoot out. What a season. Jalen Andrews, 4,913 yards, 30 touchdowns with just 4 picks. Rich Porter back to his good side as well. 14 touchdowns probably helped. We had a good backup running back this time though. We've been kind of lacking in that department. Sean Bryson, 15 touchdowns himself. Torrance, the 1,500 yard man, 10 touchdowns. Trapp with 1,300 yards and then 13 touchdowns. Machado, pretty solid as well, but defensively, this is where I'm excited. 16.5 sacks for Jordan Chapman in year number 2. We're not chatting with Chapman. How about Desmond King with 25 TFLs? Sean Peters, 17 TFLs. Didn't have the most sacks, but definitely played a part in how good Jordan Chapman was this season as a whole. 3 picks for Sean Reed, 2 for Flanagan, 2 for Tucker as well. It's been a while since we've been the 1 seed, but we are back in business. Division round, we got the Vikings. The team that beat us in week 18 there. They go 11-6, gotta come to Arizona this time around though. This has been the hump we haven't been able to get past for the past 2, 3, 4 seasons. We finally get a win there and are now onto the NFC Championship game against the 13-4 New York Giants. So another powerhouse, probably the number 2 seed in the NFC. The real question is, did we come away victorious? Okay, one more click. We did. 21-7 there, and we're gonna be playing the Chargers, who, if you don't remember, a long while ago, they beat us in our first ever Super Bowl appearance there in 2029. We're still on the hunt for revenge because dang it, I'm still the coach and I don't forget things like that. Rich Porter, how about that? Going up to superstar X Factor did Hitchens, the offensive lineman, just go up to superstar dev, you bet, because he won offensive lineman of the year. Okay, you gotta love that. Didn't I take him in like late day 3 too as like a total project? Still don't have Flowers there, but defensively, Sean Reed up to superstar, Mitch Parker up to X Factor. We still don't know Cordova or Guerrero there, but the defense looks great, man. What can you say? How did Chapman not go up? How did he not go up to X Factor? That actually makes me angry. Okay, it's been a while. We haven't been in the Super Bowl in some time. Their QB1 is Dalton Otto. 89 overall there. Looks like they got a pretty stacked roster though. Don't have too many players above 90. That's in comparison to us though, of course. But they do got a good team, and we're still looking out for vengeance. Because like, compared to our roster, you know what I'm saying? The whole page 90 overall. That's what we're working with over here. Which means if we lose this game, that would be super embarrassing. So hopefully we don't do that again against them. They also only went 9-8, so I actually didn't see what position they finished, what seeding they finished, but it's a 10-0 start from the good guys. 7-10 now in the middle of the second quarter. Our offense is kind of stalling out. The Chargers take an 11-point lead. What is going on here? Can we respond? 8-point game, middle of the third quarter, 11-point game. Our offense actually cannot get anything going. Oh my goodness. We're getting spanked. We're getting spanked by Dalton Otto. Why do the Chargers own us? 15-2 season, all those stats, all those numbers, all to lose to the 9-8 Chargers again. Jim Harbaugh owns us, dude. What in the world? Man, I really want to win another ring too. At least one more ring in this new era, this new phase two, just to solidify our legacy as a head coach, you know what I mean? Andrews was bad though. In the biggest moments, the brightest of lights, he tucked his tail between his legs. 3 tackle for loss and 2.5 sacks for Dominic Robertson. He definitely showed up, but it seemed like he was the only guy that showed up in this game. Wow, that's disappointing. We even had a back-to-back MVP in Jalen Andrews there. And it's Kyle Stafford again. Didn't this dude won Super Bowl MVP when he was on KC. Now we just won it on the Chargers. What is this guy cooking up? I need Kyle Stafford. And we need to not play the Chargers in the Super Bowl because they own us. It's like the Eagles playing us in the postseason. 5th-year option for Jalen Andrews. It's 87 mil, but I don't even know if I could trust anything this game says anymore. I'm just gonna accept it. It's been fine. Dominic Robertson also has a 5th-year option for 50 mil. I'm gonna accept that as well. And then Machado was actually the last guy left available with a contract. I think we are gonna let him go. Let's go ahead and throw the non-exclusive franchise tag on him though and hopefully get something out of it. Darian Preston, the top wide receiver in the free agency market. Should have never left us, my guy. Should have never left. We got just one player, Jamie Brothers, a really good looking Sam linebacker. That is because Cordova ended up being just a star. Same with Guerrero though. DK Metcalf's son is also in this draft class now. That's how late we are into this video. We're taking a gamble. Enrique Person, the tight end 1 of the entire draft class. Don't have him scouted, but he's out of Alabama. Looks pretty solid. Ranked 46th in the class. Not quite the our tight end replacement. I already forgot his name, I'm not gonna lie. 31 now, we're gonna go with this receiver. Looks pretty solid. Round 1 to 2 out of Auburn, deep threat. That first pick, by the way, was from the Patriots. This one is our actual pick here. 34 in the class, not bad value if I say so. Hidden dev with insane speed. I think maybe, just maybe, I finally found a good Mike linebacker. There's a running back I kind of want to go to that we actually have scouted, but this guy kind of caught my eye a little bit. Tremaine Curtis. Or setting it. Don't have him scouted at all. 70 in class. It did say good pick though. It did give us a B+ grade, so there's something about him. He was also 6 foot 250, so that is something. End of round 2 now, and that cornerback is actually gone. Okay. I thought he still was gonna be here. Obviously. That sucks. So I'm just gonna go this guy. Keontae Griggs, you are my selection. Hey, something about them cornerbacks and myself. Oh. Still looks good though. Not gonna lie, we are kind of stacked at offensive lineman in terms of depth as well, but this dude's only 21 years old. There's a lot of upside here in Cole Barber. Hopefully he can grow for the next 1 or 2 years while he sits 88 in the class. Hidden dev. How did we do in the draft in year number 13? Do we still got it? Maybe a little bit. Person was not a good pick though, to be fair. 75 for Kavanaugh, 72 for Curtis there, 77 for Griggs, but sadly was only normal dev. Barber and Mills, though, not too shabby. Starting off year number 14 with a trade. Lawrence, Kemp, and Graham, just kind of some backups. Lawrence was a starter, but we have some guys ready behind him that can take over that starting role, as well as a 3rd round pick in exchange for the Minnesota Vikings 1st, 2nd, and then some late day 3 picks next season. As that now allows for our guy Flowers to be starting, our new draft pick Kavanaugh to be starting at wide receiver as well. We are up to a 92 overall. Machado's still here. I thought he was gone, but looks like he's got 1 year left though. And then defensively, we drafted this Curtis dude. We already have Hoffman, Flanagan still around as well. So we had a lot of linebacker depth, was kind of expendable in that position. The defense though looks great. Straight to the end of the regular season, and the boys have finished 14-3, and once again, another 1 seed. Would like to just see if we have any Kavanaugh is a superstar. Still do not have Curtis there, but Kavanaugh is the perfect wide receiver 3. Check out some quick numbers as Jalen Andrews enjoyed another great season. Not too sure if this is good enough for MVP again, but still really good. The tandem of Rich Porter, Sean Bryson still going strong, although numbers did get a little worse. Victor Torrance, you already know, the 1,500-yard man, 16 touchdowns as well. Terrence Trapp, really good with 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns for him. Kavanaugh, not as explosive as I was hoping for. 138 tackles for Mitch Parker. We got 20 TFLs for Sean Peters, who had a really good year. 18 for Robertson, 18 for Desmond King as well. The tandem on the defensive line is one of the best ever. Chapman, Peters, Robertson, Desmond King, Al Flanagan right behind them as well. The front seven is front sevening, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Whitfield and Darren Tucker with 3 picks each, Sean Reed with 2. And remember, we are still in the hunt. We are still looking for our first Super Bowl of this, you know, phase 2, this new era, this new little stretch here, as we have another NFC West clash in the divisional round against the Los Angeles Rams, who go 10-7. We beat them though 20-18. They made it tough. They made it hard. And now we got the Giants, who, if I'm not mistaken, may have beat us last season. Hopefully we can get a revenge, some redemption here, and find our way back to the Super Bowl, somewhere we belong. Let's go ahead and check out the playoff bracket. And ladies and gentlemen, never in doubt, 41 points put up on their head. We're going to be playing the 6-seeded Houston Texans. Just kidding, Whitfield up to X Factor. And at this point, the entire roster is auto-generated now, but the Texans do have a 91 overall team. Let's see if we can finally get the ring in phase number 2. As long as it is not the LA Chargers, I like our chances. By the way, the Texans finished 8-9 in the regular season, bottom or under 500 there, but they are tied with us here at the end of the half mark. Nope, we do have a touchdown lead. Third quarter underway, 4-point lead. Fourth quarter, 11-point lead, 17-point lead, 18-point lead, I think. I don't even know anymore. Looks like we're running away with this one. 38, 41-20, convincingly. We have done it again. We are back on top. Jalen Andrews finally gets himself Super Bowl number 1. And this Cardinals dynasty has been reborn once more. Jalen Andrews was as effective and as efficient as they get. Only 200 yards, but 4 passing touchdowns, no picks. Chad Douglas had a rough one out there. He threw the ball 56 times. And check this out. It was actually the rookie, Robbie Cavanaugh, with 2 touchdowns this game. Only 26 yards. The other 2 came from TT. Charlie Richardson got the only sack of the game. Remember this fella in the draft a few years back. No sacks on our team, but we did have 4 picks, including Guerrero, Mitch Parker, Brandon Whitfield, and then Matt Ridgway. Whoa, and Mitch Parker ends up winning Super Bowl MVP despite our quarterback throwing 4 passing touchdowns, no picks as well, but the defense was the name of the game, I guess, that game. We had a ton of turnovers. I don't hate it. 5th-year option for Jordan Chapman for, just a little bit, 80 mil. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. 5th-year option for Whitfield as well. This one at 50 mil. I think we're gonna decline this one though. And then it looks like Terrence Trapp is heading to free agency. We're gonna throw the non-exclusive franchise tag on him though. Don't necessarily want him back. We have Cavanaugh already here as well, who I think could step up and play the wide receiver 2 role. As we are now sitting at negative 79.2 mil, so safe to say we're not going to be doing much in free agency. Atlanta did offer for him 5 years, 172 mil. See, we do not have that money. We already are paying Torrance a bunch as well. So Atlanta, that is all you. What I'm intrigued in now is what pick were the Falcons? Number 22. We have 11, 22, and then 32 as well. 43 in round 2 as well. Hey, yo, Curtis. Tremaine Curtis was a superstar dev. Okay, we got to get him playing then. I definitely want him to be involved a little bit more. Wait, and why is Machado still here? I thought we drafted his replacement. Oh, thank you, EA, for giving him a 7-year deal at 28 years old. Oh, hello, Ian Fitzsimmons. Actually, no, this guy down the board looks a little better. Owen Barker has it all. Ian Fitzsimmons, one of the receivers that we had top 5, is projected to go 21. We have 22. None of the safeties were on the mock. Round 2 to 3. Round 1 though for Owen Barker. Okay. With pick number 7 here, we can kind of have fun and go any real direction we want. And I think I'm going to go with the best looking tackle in the class, who's also just 21 years old, still out of Clemson, Adrian Guerrero, because we do have a lot of expiring deals next season, especially on the O-line. So it's good to get him in through the door early. Adrian Guerrero, you are an A+ draft grade, a top 10 true talent at left tackle is something that you don't see every day. Hidden development as well. He might start day 1. Honestly, he looks that good. He's only 21. Bro, can I not trade up because we're negative 95.9 mil? I actually can't trade up at all? Dude, I need that receiver. That is pain. I didn't really manage that too well, but Ian Fitzsimmons goes 1 pick before us. But that is okay. They just took Jalen Reagor. We're gonna take Justin Jefferson. Nathan Wolfe, only 21 years old as well, slot archetype out of Florida State. Really good physical attributes and potentially the future of the wide receiver room. Still an A+ draft grade there, so I am happy. 17th in the class. Hey, we got the better player. As you can see though, for expiring deals, Victor Torrance here, Desmond King as well. I'm definitely gonna re-sign him. Got a lot of offensive linemen, Hunter, Youngblood, and Wilkins down here too. So I'm trying to replace some of these players that we may not re-sign back. So center, Jalen Rayford's going to be my last pick of the first round at number 32 out of Utah, 22 years old, only 6'1", but that is fine at the center position. He looks unreal though. 59th in the class, gonna be hitting dev at least. We now have 11 in round 2, and we're not gonna mess about any longer with Owen Barker. I know he's going round 3 to 4, but we always see these players get nicked just ahead of us in the draft. So gonna make sure we get him now out of Virginia Tech, 21 years old too, 22 in the class, another hidden dev. And I found another one of these corners, day 3 projected, A zone. Honestly, the rest of the stats don't look amazing, but looks like solid value here, and it's incredible value because he's the 16th rated player in the class. Another hidden dev, Matt Weathers. The dude I was thinking of may have gotten drafted, but Nathan McCoy looks great as well. Out of Cal, 21 years old, B's all across the key ratings there. Can't really complain about that. 57th in the class there, but only normal dev. Guerrero ends up being a 78 overall, 77 for Nathan Wolf. The center a little lower, but we don't expect him to start out the gate. Barker, 76, 77 for the corner, and 73 for McCoy. The only dude I'm interested in, though, is that receiver that went 1 pick before us, Ian Fitzsimmons, 79 overall. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Nathan Wolf fell in our laps. Bro, why is that a thing? I just made Owen Barker a free safety because I do want to start him over here, but now randomly people have started to hold out. Gotta love that. Victor Torrance, Desmond King. Also have Brandon Whitfield holding out. Kadeem Hunter, the guard. Wilkins, the tackle. Like, dude, here's the thing though. We cannot negotiate. I don't have cap space. So like what, 5, 6 of my better players are just gonna sit the whole season, bro? Like really? That is extremely annoying, but you know what? I guess it's a good thing we drafted some quality players in that positions. Nathan Wolf, Adrian Guerrero gonna be starting a little sooner than we and they expected. Guerrero over here is gonna start at safety as well. Ruiz gonna step, dude, like literally like 6 players. That is so annoying, man. Need cap space to negotiate. 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 Need cap space. It's the same player. I know, you already told. We genuinely just cannot do anything about the players either because we're so down bad in the cap. I know we've made some dumb contract extensions or 5th-year options or whatever I've done too, but they also are giving guys like Machado 7-year deals on their own. So like, I'm not too sure what I can really do about that because all those settings are off, bro. It's just, man. And would you look at that? We missed the postseason, going 8-9 with a 94 overall roster, but it's not really a 94 overall because everybody is holding out for a new contract, and there was absolute zilch that we could do about it. Andrews did the best he could with what he had. Still a really good season all around, to be honest with you. Porter was extremely disappointing with none of the offensive line, like 2, 3 offensive linemen holding out. Nathan Wolf, however, the rookie, stood tall and led us in receiving yards without Victor Torrance. Only a star, but that should win him Rookie of the Year. He was so good, so productive as a whole. Kevin All pretty solid as well. Man, the later you get into these franchise saves, it just becomes a drag with everything and multiple players holding out and stuff like that. Chapman, 11 sacks, only 10 TFLs this year. Our leader was Roberson with 15. He missed his partner in crime, Desmond King, desperately. Tucker 3, Sean Reed 3, Mitch Parker 2. It's just annoying because they're giving out contracts themselves and it's ruining like the whole plan. Wolf does go up to superstar. Adrian Guerrero also goes up to superstar, or was he a superstar? He was indeed a superstar already, so that was a hell of a gamble at pick number 7. Great tackle, potentially our starter for the rest of the video. Did Youngblood go up? I think he may have, to superstar as well. On defense, McCoy goes up twice as the starter. I don't remember. I can't recall any of his stats. He was the rookie. I forgot this is the dude we just drafted in round 3. Rookie of the Year, star and superstar dev. Well, okay then. Desmond King who and hello. Hello, Owen Barker. Did you go up? Or were you just straight up? X Factor out of the rip. Remember, wasn't this the day 3 to 4 projected guy as well? Well, all right, it looks like we hit big time in the draft with guys like McCoy, Owen Barker, Guerrero, Nathan Wolf, but I had like 7 vets that just sat out the entire year and just wasted a prime opportunity to go back to back, bro. Like, as the Rams here in 2040 end up getting their Super Bowl 34-16, they beat the Colts. A left end, Eric Nicholson, wins Super Bowl MVP. It seems like a lot of defensive players end up winning it. Look at that. We got a left edge, a weak side linebacker, a Mike linebacker, a corner, a Mike, a weak side again. And Ty Simpson was the last offensive player to win Super Bowl MVP. That was 6 years ago. As we have ourselves a 5th year for Ruiz and Cordova. two of some of the worst picks in this video, to be honest with you. We do have some cap space now, thankfully. End of the season, 76 mil. It's just who do we want back out of the pool of talent that we have here. Dang, I didn't even realize Desmond King is 34 years old now. It feels like yesterday is when I drafted. Well, technically it was yesterday when I drafted him, but you know what? But a guy like Cliff Wilkins, don't need him anymore. We got Guerrero through the door now, who I'm happy to be our starter. Al Flanagan's gonna be leaving us because we have the other dude we drafted as well. You want me to be honest? I think I'm gonna let everybody walk. We have capable replacements already lined up. We were building through the draft for this very moment. All of these dudes sat out the year because they didn't get a new deal, holding out. We don't like that around here. We don't like that around here, so I'm letting everybody go. I don't care. I would like, though, to negotiate with some players for next season, so Jordan Chapman will start off with him here. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I love this new system. Actually, wait, I guess we could do that tag thing on some people. Why is it only available for our kicker? That's the only person I can tag or do anything with. We have Torrance, we have Parker, we have so many players going to free agency. And the only guy I can tag is our kicker that's been here for like 14 years. Okay, it's funny. This guy actually ran out of patience with me, but nobody else really offered him. So we did still end up getting him. Markel Thomas, pretty good looking pass rusher here. We also got Keon Gaines, who I accidentally gave 27 mil, but it's only 1 year, thankfully, as you can see right there. Let's see what EA does with that contract, though. Got a backup safety, too. Our pick actually should be solid this season, but we don't have the amount we've had in the past. 13 we got, 21 as well as 45 and 77. We do have a really good receiver, though, going 16. We're at 13. Fernando Arianes. And I think with our pick here at 13, we're gonna go ahead and go with this receiver, Fernando, round 1. True talent there, and just beefing out this receiver room for Jalen Andrews so he never is short on having weapons. 19th in the class there, and another hidden dev. Okay, well, I was about to go him. We actually have a day 3 projected dude, Byron McCullers, who's also round 1 to 2, way down the board. So you know what? With this pick, I'm gonna take Rayshawn Creighton, the defensive tackle. We put a private workout on. He looked pretty good as well, and just 21 years old. He's gonna be our draft pick here, 29th in the class there. Hidden dev player. And now into round 2, only 1 draft pick here. How's the board looking? The running back is gone, but luckily for us, this Mike linebacker is still here, and he looks quite good. Round 1 to 2 talent as well. We're gonna go ahead and take him with this pick. 30 in the class there. We get him at 45. Only normal dev, though. And in round 3, I'm going to go ahead and take that running back. Byron McCullers out of Oklahoma. 22-year-old receiving back archetype is interesting. Very, very good elite. What am I saying? Physicals, though. Acceleration, change of direction, jumping. As well, Byron McCullers looks like the real deal. Going to be a great backup running back. And Rich Porter, I mean, he's 29 years old, so he doesn't have too much time left. Hidden dev. Loaded draft class for sure. Fernando ends up being a 76, 74 for Creighton, Vaughn, and Byron McCullers, the new RB. 68 for Hyde, which was a great. Remember, we had a ton of day 3 selections as well in the CPU. Got me some gens in Whitlock, Dakota Alford, and Lorenzo Lindsay here. Really good looking players. The corner is only normal. The tight end, I was actually going to take a tight end with my pick at round 4 as well. He ends up being hidden. Love to see that. And then the right guard. Oh yeah, back-to-back hiddens from the CPU. Year 16. We are so close to the finishing line here. 90 overall team. We got a pretty much entirely revamped offensive line with Allen, Barber, Whitlock starting as well. We still have Rayford as a backup too. We got McCullers, who's going to be developing this season, and I think Fernando, same thing. We gotta play Keon Gaines. He's at much higher overall. However, our guy Alford, the tight end, let's make him our number 2. Defensively, we added in Thomas. Creighton was the new draft pick. We'll make him our number 3. Curtis, we definitely got to start right away as well at Mike. And tell you what, the rookie running back, I'm actually going to make him our 3rd down running back because he's just a 1 overall less than Rich Porter, so why not give him some reps? Back into the postseason, we end off going 12-5 winners of the NFC West. 15-2 for New Orleans. Skim through these. Jalen Andrews, really good though. Almost 5K, 34 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Rich Porter is definitely regressing though. Did McCullers get enough snaps to get his dev trade? Nope. Holy crap. Okay, we definitely have something here with Nathan Wolfe though. 1,757 yards, 19 touchdowns. What a year. Kavanaugh really good as well as Machado is still here somehow, some way. Defensively, Mitch Parker led the way for tackles made. 19 TFLs for Chapman, Thomas, and Nathan McCoy there. And the sack numbers look good. 16 for Chapman. He had a monstrous year. 12.5 for his partner in crime, Markel Thomas. 9 for Robertson. 8 for Nathan McCoy, not bad. 5 picks for Sean Reed leads the way. I also re-signed him and Mitch Parker to a 1-year extension because they were both holding out. We had some moolah this year though, so I could actually work with them a little bit. The Panthers in round 1, we beat them 17-10, and here we go with the Juggernaut Giants, who will be hosting a playoff game at MetLife Stadium and defeat us 21-35 there. However, they lost in the Super Bowl against the Ravens 24-16. Nick Thompson, their left end, wins Super Bowl MVP. As we can go ahead and check out some development trait upgrades or the rookies themselves, of course. Fernando, only a star, same with Whitlock. Wolf, of course, though, goes up to X Factor now, which is great. McCullers, also only a star, sadly. Defensively, Guerrero has flown up to X Factor. And then we had Creighton as well, who was only a star. 5th-year option for Kevin O. It's 50.8 mil. I'm going to decline it, and maybe we get to re-sign him to a longer-term deal next season. We also have a franchise tag for Mr. Chapman here. I am going to... I think we're going to do non-exclusive here in the hopes of matching any offer that goes his way. Person is a 5th-year option. Remember that pick, bro. See, and here's the thing. Why are you still on the team? I gave you a 1-year deal. I disgustingly overpaid to have you just for 1 year, and what do you know? What do you know? The CPU has re-signed him on a 4-year contract. He is a 28-year-old receiver who I want. We have 3 other dudes I would rather have ahead of him on our team. I just don't get why they're extending people blindly, bro. And it looks like he has received an offer from Cleveland. 4 years, 162 mil. We are going to be matching that, and he's staying here for the rest of the vid. Hell yeah, all tasks completed. Let's go. This class is just horrible, though. I mean, what am I looking at? We did, however, find a really good safety down the board. I think I'm going to throw one on a corner, and you look really good. Day 3 projected. Actually, we do have some really good right tackles scouted later on. Jeremiah Parks here. Even a little Terry Ryan's not too bad. All the way here now at pick number 27, and tell you what, we got a lot of good talent in this class way later on, as you can see here. I can't complete this trade for draft picks because I'm over the salary cap. I think it's because we matched that offer for Chapman. I'm minus 25 mil. So frustrating. That was the perfect trade down opportunity. I guess we'll just take Jeremiah Parks here, who's a true round 1 talent. Still amazing value. Almost top 5. Number 6 there in the class. Ooh. Only normal dev though, and he's already 24, so the ceiling is almost non-existent. I think the guy we want the most is probably Frank Davis, so I'm gonna go ahead and take him. The Colorado safety looks really good, and we have some players aging in that position as well, so hopefully he's the next man up. Now hopefully some are still there in round 3, and one is Jose Justice, still available. The cornerback out of Tennessee looks really good. Our secondary pretty much is filled out though. We have a ton of depth there, a ton of players looking to make a name for themselves. Pretty solid draft class as a whole. 79, he wasn't a top 5 player in the class. He was a great talent, just unfortunately normal. 75 for Davis and 76 for JJ. Year 17, so close to glory. I want one more Super Bowl for sure to end off this video with a bang. I mean, our team is well more than good enough. We just got to execute, especially in that divisional round that's given us so many problems. We do not have the best cornerback room in the world. Tucker luckily is the star man, 94 overall, but the CB2 is just an 84 from Jones there. But we have really good depth with Weathers, Griggs, Keontae Griggs we drafted a while back. Now Justice here as well. The safety pairing though, elite, and we even got Davis now behind them. Parks is going to be starting at left tackle for us, so could be a little rough here this season, but hopefully he figures it out. And Fernando's also going to be our wide receiver 3 now because I don't like this guy. We just went 15-2. Jalen Andrews had a hell of a year. We were the #1 offense in the league, and this has to be MVP. Another season with just 1 interception thrown. Tell you what, I know these playbooks have been absolutely money ever since I changed them in like year number 4. I remember in my wheel video though, I was the Titans, and McLaurin was putting up like 2K. So I kind of want to try that out and see if we could just put up the most ridiculous numbers of all time, even though Nathan Wolf is already kind of doing that. Defensively, anything crazy over here? 19 and 18 for Markel Thomas there. Roberson really good as well. 16.5 sacks for Jordan Chapman too. The pass rush, the front 7 as a whole was going crazy. Only 5 interceptions though. That is a tad bit low if I say so. We have the Minnesota Vikings in the divisional round, heading down to Arizona, where we beat them. Here's the Giants, a team that's kind of been our bogey as well here. The Giants, the Chargers as well. It's been kind of tough getting past them. They go 11-6 though. We have a 7 rating difference in our record there? Did we come away victorious and make the Super Bowl once more? We're here, and we're going to be playing the New England Patriots. And let me see it, Jalen Andrews, no doubt, is your league MVP once again. I think that's number 3 for him. And this might be number like 49 for me. We'll skim past the Patriots roster right quick. If you do want to check it out, Zach Webb here is their QB1. They got a good team though, for sure. Couldn't tell you any of them. As they are indeed a 91 overall. I said I wanted one last Super Bowl before this video ends. We already made it here. We're the favorites. Let's get another one. Number 7, ring number 7 for me, maybe? Either ring 6 or ring number 7. I'm not too sure, but it's a cool thing to lose track of. You know, we got too many Super Bowls around here. 7-all here at the start of the second quarter. We do take a 4-point deficit. Now we are up 10. The offense responded quickly there, but the Patriots are right on our tail. We get a touchdown to get the lead up to 10 and now 17. This offense is not playing around. We have 45 points in the Super Bowl. 48-28, a 20-point victory. The Patriots got absolutely stomped here by this dynasty once again. Jalen Andrews caps off one of the most perfect seasons of all time. You love to see it. Both QBs were slinging the rock though. Multiple touchdowns, multiple interceptions. So he may not be Super Bowl MVP. Nathan Wolfe had 2 rushing touchdowns and he had 56 yards on 2 attempts. If he did anything through the air as well, he is going to hands down be Super Bowl MVP. He had 60 yards, but Kavanaugh was the guy leading us in terms of receiving. Some weird numbers going on here in terms of sacks. Markel Thomas had 1. McCoy had 1. Thomas had a hell of a year, bro. Mitch Parker with a pick, as well as Javier Guerrero and Owen Barker, both our safeties. Why is this here? This has never popped up after a game before. It's just grayed out as well. Auto upgrade. What is going? I'm pressing it, by the way. Like, I'm auto upgrade. Auto upgrade. All right, bro. And Super Bowl MVP ends up going to the safety Owen Barker. So we're still on this stretch of defensive players only winning Super Bowl MVP. But I mean, he was great. Had a pick. I think Nick Wolfe may have deserved it though. 2 rushing touchdowns for 56 yards. Not gonna lie, after my wheel video and the draft only rebuild, I had a lot of promise for this game. I was like, this is very promising. The menus are fast, everything's nice, but there's just so many game-breaking bugs doing an actual rebuild now that just can kind of ruin some things. I mean, it hasn't been terrible. We've been super successful, but like the contract stuff is so frustrating. 5th-year options as well, 49 mil. Like the numbers are always outrageous. You can't tag like the person you actually want to tag, just stuff like that. And the worst of all is the CPU giving out contracts on their own. Because I mean, what is that? I can take it if I make the mistake of giving them a bad contract and like I just got impatient or whatnot. But the CPU handing out deals, come on. Like, what is this 5th-year option for 70 mil? We're just gonna decline it. Hopefully we can re-sign them next year. We have a 5th year for our center as well, 32 mil. Like, the numbers are obscene. Wait, Kavanaugh is on an expiring deal. I low-key see, like, can I put the exclusive tag thing on him? But if I go in here, it's just gonna go straight to this. And then we can't do anything. Because I don't want to re-sign him. We drafted another receiver as well. So we're kind of good in that department. Reed's gonna leave us. He's 31 years old. Markel Thomas has been a monster. I think he's gone as well now, though. A lot of people low-key. Actually, Markel Thomas, I low-key want you back. You were such a monster. I'm gonna lower the deal a little bit, though, and only make it 1 year. He's still happy with that. 45 mil? It's fine. It's 1 year. Except that CP... Yeah. Our superstar Michael linebacker is also gone now. I just didn't realize he needed a deal. Pick 32, we're going to go with Trey Sanchez, a left tackle who I plan on moving inside to potentially play guard for us. Looks really good. Poor jumping, that's fine because elite change of direction. Elite strength. He looks like a great player. We've low-key been killing the tackle drafting as well. So hopefully Trey Sanchez keeps that momentum going. Now in round 2, this may be a tad bit of a reach, but somebody by the name of the Devontae Wright looks really good here with A-Zone, C-Man, really good value. I still think at the end of day 2, pick number 64, because he's the 16th ranked player in the class. Hidden dev as well. Cornerback was looking thin because we lost a lot of players, so he's going to play a role right away. And this guy looks kind of good. Robbie Winkler, another safety, Michigan State product. Only 21 years old as well, 26 in the class. Only normal, but I think that was the right choice. Hopefully we can get that receiver in round 4. Is he still available? He is. Cooper Chanley, let's go ahead and take him here because receiver room is looking a little thin as well. Almost a top 50 guy in the class. They're not bad. The upside isn't much there, but he's going to be our wide receiver 3 for the most part. As Sanchez ended up being a 76, 77 for the cornerback there. Devontae, right? Winkler as well, really good. And the receiver 73, I'll take that. That's not bad. I was thinking lower. And okay, Nathan Wolf is holding out. Rich Porter is holding out. Owen Barker is holding out. Guerrero is holding. And we have no cap space to negotiate. So, yeah, we are back in this predicament again. I'm trying to restructure some deals as well, but none of them really do that much, if I'm being honest with you. Like, Mitch Parker will free up 100K. 100K. Like, bro. I guess here's the roster. This guy is still here somehow. Fernando's going to be our number 1. Coming off a Super Bowl, and now 8 of my players are sitting. Let's see what this group of people can do. Defensively, we still look good, though. I'm actually going to make Devontae Wright our number 3 cornerback, maybe number 2. I kind of want to make him our number 2, not going to lie. Luckily for us, we got some good backups. Like, Leach is still here. Davis is still here. Lindsey and Justice, of course. So it can compete, but I just don't think we're going to be as sky-high good as what we were last season. It doesn't matter. Year 18, we still finished as the number 1 seed, 13-4, comfortably the number 1 seed as well. Wow, I was not expecting. We still led the league in offense. Still led the league. We lost a lot of defensive players too. Still top 5. Jalen Andrews still put up an MVP type season. Nathan Wolf, who? It don't matter who you got around Jalen Andrews. He's going to get the job done because he elevates his team around him. The O-line, the weapons, hell, even the defense, even this freaking guy is putting up crazy numbers with us. How the heck did we just finish as the 1 seed? That is nuts. Chapman, 25 TFLs, 14 sacks for him. Markel Thomas regressed a little bit. He was actually still really good. Only 12 TFLs, but still got himself 11 sacks there, so cannot complain. 3 picks for the safety in Guerrero and 3 for Darren Tucker. It's taken me 18 years to notice, but noted now that we got to just get the big name contract players done maybe a year early because they're just all going to hold out. Like, no matter what, like multiple people every year. It's so annoying. We beat the Packers 35 to 29 and have our son in the championship game. The Philadelphia Eagles, you already know how that go. They beat us. They actually beat us. 38 to 30. This Dalton Otto. This isn't the guy that beat me in the Super Bowl. Oh, we do not like Dalton Otto, bro. This wasn't our guy, was it? I don't think so. Wait, they have him too. They have the Kavanaugh brothers. What is going on? What? And they just got spanked by the Jags. 66 points. That definitely gives a Super Bowl MVP to the quarterback. Oh my goodness. Jonathan Goddard. All right, we got Owen Barker back, thankfully. And then I am going to go ahead and throw the non-exclusive franchise tag on Nathan Wolf. I actually do want to keep him. He's been incredible for us, but we'll see what the offer is. It is bizarre that Machado and Gaines are still here. I wanted them gone like 6 years ago, bro. You know, I was going to actually go and negotiate with the people that have 1 year remaining, but bro, it's year 18. I cannot be asked to do that anymore. An offer us came in for Nathan Wolf, 5-year, $255 million. I guess the big question is, where did the Colts finish? Because we would be able to get their pick, so it would be around right in the middle. Logically, we just cannot accept this, to be honest with you. $50 million a year for a wideout. We're already giving away so much money. Let's take the picks. We saw what we could do already without him starting. We were still 13-4, so Jalen Andrews is still the guy. Actually, the most disgusting pass rush class of all time. But after looking at them a little more in-depthly, I like Jamie Castro here out of Florida, the 22-year-old playmaker here. Looks like a hell of a talent. 14th in the class there. Hidden dev as well. He's the Nathan Wolf replacement. That's big shoes to fill. We got to pivot, and I think we're going to just take Chase Hoover, the defensive tackle that we have fully scouted. Round 1 to 2 talent there. Need depth at defensive tackle badly here. He helps that. End of round 2 now. The offensive line is not great either anymore. We lost a lot of talent there. I'm going to take Zach Bass here at pick 60, something around there. 55 in the class. Hidden dev, he might start right away. A really good cornerback has been found because you already know out of USF, 23 years old, Brian Middleton, top 10 player in the class. And hidden dev. Really good draft class in all honesty. 77 for Castro, 75 for Hoover, 73 for Bass, a little low, but 77 for the corner. And the CPU actually got me a solid looking pass rusher there in round number 4. Only normal dev, but I'm not gonna lie, he might start. We're thin there. You know what? I was making Zach Bass a left guard. I'm gonna check out what he is. F it. It's year 19. It is year 19. He's a superstar. I usually never check them, but it's that like the end of the video anyway. And we haven't even been checking out people as it is. So, wow. Okay. Here's the team. We're in year 19. Final 2 years here. 90 overall. Jalen Andrews still going strong. McCullers a 91 now. We lost a lot of talent, but drafted well as well. But as you can see, Hazleton is going to be starting for us at left edge because we just don't have anything else available. We're going to make Middleton the number 3 cornerback. And honestly, the rest of the unit still looks pretty good, so I still think we're going to be competing. Wildcard weekend, we snuck in. Not going to lie. We finished 9-8, but we're playing the 8-9 Saints, so pretty good matchup there. Our offense was horrible. Okay, 21st in the league, still a top 5 unit on defense. It was the offense that struggled, and it certainly wasn't Jalen Andrews, who still put up good numbers. I still forgot to change playbooks to the Titans or whatever. Why was the offense so bad? Because McCullers low-key wasn't terrible. 4.2 carries, still had almost 1,200 yards. Why was the offense so low? Because Keon Gaines is leading us in freaking yards and receptions and whatnot. Bro, I should be going on Cast. I should have made Castro just the number 2 right away. And Fernando the number 1. This whole video is Keon Gaines' fault. I'm just saying. 15 TFLs for Hazleton, not bad. 15 for Creighton as well. And sack numbers 12.5 for Chapman. 11 for Robertson there. Not bad. 5 picks for Tucker and Barker. Tucker's been up here every single year. He's been a great pick and a loyal one at that. He's been here for 8-9 years now. So shout out to Darren Tucker. Shout out to the Saints for giving up 51 points to our team. I'm losing it. Words are not even sounding real anymore. The Eagles, you know, we own them, even though they beat us last year. We actually have a chance to make the Super Bowl here, because the Giants are only 9-8, and they got to come to our home, where we simply do not lose games, especially in the playoffs. We're out. We're in the Super Bowl. We're playing the number 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs, though. 41-3, by the way. Do you see the score? Absolutely smoked them, boys. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna sim it, bro. We're not hopping anymore. I need to get this video done. This is taking so long. Way longer than I was expecting. Mainly because Super Bowl week takes forever to sim for whatever reason. We lost. We actually lost. Well, you know what? The Chiefs went 16-1, by the way. Okay. Trey Ruiz. Was that our guy? Trey Ruiz. Wow. Sometimes you gotta go check out some things. You know what I'm saying? Trey Ruiz. Wasn't this the guy that we drafted, the absolute scrub at the top? Oh my goodness. We gave him away. I mean, not from any of my choice. I would have given up. He literally just left us too, and then Super Bowl MVP on our dome. That's crazy. Darren Tucker, gotta re-sign our guy. Okay, it's at 99%, and he has 0 patience. You've got to be kidding me. At this point in the video, there's so many names just in my head. It's hard to keep up with players that I even have anymore. Keon Gaines went up to star. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Hazleton actually went up as well. Shout out to him. Bro, I swear, did they give this dude like another deal? I thought he was going to be gone. They gave him another deal, bro. What is he? Oh my God. I just offered a monstrous deal for this Mike linebacker, and he's joining us. He looks great. He is a 93 overall. Pick 23, courtesy of the Indianapolis Colts. We have a left tackle who is a true round 1 talent that we're going to take in. That we're going to take here and slide inside to guard as well. He's the number 13th ranked player in the class and a really good prospect. To be honest, I already forgot who I put it on, so we're going to take him. 2 tackles in the first round. You've never heard of it. Bobby Mahoney out of Florida, number 4 in the class there. Looks like an absolute behemoth. 96 strength as well. And we did just sign that linebacker, but maybe we draft another one, move him out to weak side, maybe strong side. Cedric Johnson, how do you do? 66 in the class, pretty solid value, and there was upside. I was just about to be happy that, you know, it's the final year. Guess what? Robertson holding out, Chapman holding out, Machado holding out. 9-year contract for you, Robertson. Yeah, whatever. I think though you just gotta offer him a deal and he's fine. Yeah, he's good now. I'm just gonna lowball him, bro. Okay, and Machado just straight up accepted. I tried to get rid of him a decade ago, and he's still finding his way here. Now I just gave him a deal myself, so maybe I'm part of the problem. However, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is year number 20. We have finally made it. This is how the roster is looking. We moved Mahoney inside to left guard there. The defense still looks great with the addition of Shelton as well. Let's see if we can end off with a bang. I am tired. 14-3. Number 1 seed. I also forgot to change the playbooks again, but it's too late anyway. We're just going to go ahead and sim though. Can we end it off? We are the 1 seed. One last Super Bowl. One last Super Bowl for glory, for the legacy to be untouched, unmessed with at all. We beat the Commanders 27-24. We're keeping it a little close now with the 12-5 New Orleans Saints. And ladies and gentlemen, are we in the Super Bowl in 20? Oh, we're not. I thought we were. We lost, bro. We went outside. Man, I don't know why I thought we made it. We lost by 3 points, 28-31 in the final game of our tenure. The Raiders did win it all though here in 2045. Dylan Burton, the Super Bowl MVP of year number 20, year number 19, year number 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. What a Super Bowl. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 20 rebuild is finished. Holy crap, man. I think that was my longest recording I've ever done. Like 20-ish hours, I think. Like an hour for each year. Even though I tried to zoom it up there at the end, it was still just taking long and me trying to figure out the contract situation and the amount of stuff going on. There was just so much extra we had to do. But Jalen Andrews, let's talk about him. Because shout out to Carson Beck. And for the first half of this video, we four-peated with him. He was incredible, won himself a Super Bowl MVP. But then after he was done, we went ahead and found ourselves a little Jalen Andrews in 2036 with the number 6 overall pick. And it's safe to say he is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's got 5 MVP awards there, multiple Super Bowl rings as well, and a luxurious career with incredible numbers. Started off a little low, right? 16 interceptions. His awareness was low, I remember that. But he was only 21 years old, and then ever since then, he has gone crazy. Really, he didn't even throw an interception. This year was insane. Okay, I was gonna say I thought he had 4 Super Bowls, 4 MVPs. He definitely won another one this year. What a year! Oh my goodness, definitely hands down gonna go down as the GOAT in the NFL. I mean, he's on a Wemby trajectory. But for real, shout out to Carson Beck as well, who was equally as impressive in the first half of the video. We also had Jeremiyah Love for a good chunk, 11, 12 years. He was great. Rich Porter kind of carried on the torch after that. Shout out to McCullers. The receiver room. I mean, how many receivers did we go through? I don't know. Keon Gaines is finally gone. I finally got rid of him. Marvin Harrison was great. Michael Wilson exploded. Nathan Wolfe was incredible. I'm trying to think, did we have any other name? Victor Torrance, I think his name was the other guy, TT. We had so many incredible receiving talents. Either it was with Beck or Andrews. We were blessed, though, at the quarterback positions. We only went through 2 quarterbacks all rebuild long, all 20 seasons. At tight end, Machado was here for way too long. McBride was here for a good chunk as well. And low-key, we cooked on the offensive line, whether it was the tackles, even in the interior. We had a bolstered out offensive line with a lot of depth behind it as well. For pretty much the whole video, this guy was a superstar. The dude we drafted first, and then, yeah, dang. Defensively, and oh man, Devontae Wright's now up to a superstar. We had Will Johnson here for a while. Royales was here for a bit too. Darren Tucker was great. We drafted, I mean, we were on fire with cornerback drafting way down the board as well. The defensive line, the front 7, the whole defense, hey, was incredible. All video along. I think the main man of this one, though, was probably Robertson. Of the unit that we have out right now. Of the unit we still have out, of course, Desmond King was also amazing. Chapman alongside him too. Robertson was just consistent as it gets. He was never a problem, never an issue, always put up great numbers. Man, but to end things off, we are number 1 now on the legacy leaderboard here. Just us in our lonesome. Sirianni's actually passed John Madden. What happened to the game I love, bro? 6 Super Bowls for us, though. 7 NFC Conference Championships and 11 Coach of the Year awards. In total, we finished with 225 wins, 115 losses there, giving us a 66% win rate. Winning season, 17 out of the 20. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. 34 playoff wins, 10 playoff losses. A pretty good record, though, if you ask me. 6 Super Bowls, of course. 3 Super Bowl losses, though, so it's 6-3 there, but to make it 9 times, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the team we built up. I'm proud of the legacy we're leaving behind. That was a super fun rebuild, despite all the glitchy bugs and the contract situations and whatnot. It was a little bit of a drag, but luckily our success kind of overshadowed that for myself, and we came away with maybe the most successful rebuild I have ever done. We'll leave it off here with Jalen Andrews. If you made it to this point of the video, appreciate you a ton for watching the whole thing. You a real one. And like and comment, of course, for more 20-year rebuilds in the future, including any team suggestions you want. Leave it down below as well, because I'm looking to hopefully do a 20-year rebuild every single month. But hopefully they can fix some of these glitches and some of these bugs in franchise mode, especially as you go later on, because those are annoying, but a successful one nonetheless. Shout out Jalen Andrews. Appreciate you for watching the whole thing. I'll see you in the next video. See you.